Thanks, I'll be tweaking. This is the second time, man. I'm always tweaking. I'll be tweaking like a motherfucker. My bad. That's what you here for, baby.
Holy water, holy water. Holy Father, holy, holy. We need your holy water. We need your holy water. I say, Holy Father, holy. We need your holy water. We need your holy right now, right now, right now. I was blinded by temptations, never thought it would be me. Crying out for your love. God, my street niggas need you more than ever right now. I'm pouring up, I'm rolling up, but it ain't enough to ease my pain. And I don't even trust the pastor. He after the same thing I'm after. Money, clothes, hoes, and all the finer things that you bring to me. That's why I'm on my knees, Lord, asking for forgiveness, mercy, and grace right now. Lord, we need you right now. Hey, I say, Holy Father, holy, holy. We need your holy water. We need your holy water. I say, Holy Father, holy. We need your holy water. We need your holy.
I need to holler. Forgive me, dear Father. You know I'm begging that water, and I'm sitting again. You see the lights getting farther while I sip holy water. I'm just in need of $1. Forgiveness, amen. I told God I wouldn't, but shit, I did it again. You see, this life is it keeps calling me, it's drawing me in. When I go play, you know I'm playing to win, and there's no need to lie because I do it again. It ain't for me, it's for my son and my daughters, my mama and father, my sister and brother. I do it cause I gotta, not cause I wanna. So Father, forgive me, I'm begging that water.
What's going on? What's happening, everybody? What's going on? Peace, love, blessings, and abundance to everybody out there, man. What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Bearded Tabernacle, man. I do all that after I say what I'm gonna say. First and foremost, man, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Okay, so first and foremost, y'all know how I like to start off every show. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, our prayers, our views, and meditations. Again, let's keep everyone in our thoughts, our prayers, our views, and meditations. And lastly, let's keep everyone in our thoughts, our prayers, our views, and meditations. You feel me? Secondly, man, don't forget to master those 5 key components of life. That's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. That's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. Time for those in the back that want to listen to your boy. That's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. Internationally acclaimed, yes, sir. um, man, welcome again, like I say, to another episode of the Tabernacle. Um, Uncle P, as you can see, I tried to create a little controversial aesthetics for the people. With the thumbnail and as you can see my background. Um, yeah, but I was having a discussion. You know what? Before I do anything, let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this. Okay. Oh, before I do that, big ups to all my moderators out there, man, all my kings and all my goddesses that's moderators for the channel. Big ups to all my followers, fans, viewers, and subscribers. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. And do your boy a favor. If you're in the building right now, do your boy a favor.
Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man. Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man.
Like he said. You feel me? Hey, check it out, though. Thoughts, views, and opinions of Bearded Conversations are the thoughts, views, and opinions of me right now. The thoughts, views, and opinions of Bearded Conversation are the thoughts, views, and opinions of me right now. I don't mean to hurt, to harm, or to offend. I don't mean to hurt, to harm, or to offend. This video stream is for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only. Once again, this video stream is for informational, educational, and edutainment purposes only, with the underline and undertone on edutainment. So we do emphasize and stress edutainment. Please do not take anything for. Please do not take any advice given or anything shown on this video stream or channel for face value without consulting a proper professional that suits your specific needs. Please do your due diligence. Please do your proper vet work and research. And please get that second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth opinion. Because we don't want you going out here robbing no banks, starting a revolt, telling your boss what he or she can tell you how they can turn it sideways and where to put it. Because we didn't already warned you. You feel? Okay. Now, you see the controversial background and shit. But anyway, I was, at work having a discussion. Well, not really a discussion. I don't even know how the shit even came up. But we started talking about voodoo. And he was like, well, from what he read, he was saying that voodoo is devil worshiping and, because we was talking about a motherfucker from French and he thought one of the guys at the job from French. And he speaks French, but he's from France and we thought he was African and just spoke French. And that's how the hate, the voodoo, because he thought he could have been Haitian because I said he spoke French and, I'm saying, that's how the voodoo and shit came up. You know what I'm saying? So he said, well, I don't do that. I don't mess with that. That's devil worshiping. And I'm like, man, you know what, man? I said, I love you, man. I said, you just gave me something to talk about for Bearded Tabernacle. I have tapped into principles and things relevant and related to voodoo, but I have never actually whole all off participated or partook in the spirituality of it. Uncle P said that hybrid goat. Oh my, stupid Uncle P, stupid. He said that hybrid goat and flying human is sweet. He said, I just got a good look. Why, Uncle P? Why, why? Why, why? Hybrid goat. flying human. Yeah, yeah. So, you know what it is, right, Uncle P? I know you know what it is. I'm pretty sure the chat know what it is, but that's not the thing. Well, I just wanted to, see if I can invoke, what I'm saying, some eyeballs and get some eyeballs in the building, participate. Again, for those that's new to the channel, for those that's not new, open platform, open forum, we welcome any and all to come up and speak and oppose, as long as it's done respectfully and with proper decorum. I'm out a little testosterone in the building. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? It get like that sometimes, you feel me? But again, so the old man was saying that, how voodoo um, was devil worshiping and shit like that. And he was like, well, I read some things and that's what it said that it was. Like I said, man, you know what, man, goddamn. Because we so the purpose of Bearded Tabernacle, the purpose of it is for us. It's not necessarily about knocking on Christianity or knocking on Islam or knocking on Judaism or knocking any denomination of Christianity or knocking on any continental diasporas. Um, you know what I'm saying? That's not the purpose. So the tabernacle is you. The tabernacle is each and every individual that's tuning in and watching. So whatever you're doing and whatever you can do or whatever pieces that you take from the conversations that we have, it's to better and to build you. It's not necessarily to tear down nothing that you're doing. With anything, you're going to have questions. With anything, you're going to have doubt. With anything, you're going to want to know things. So that's the type of I don't want to say mine, but that's the type of structure, that I like to have when we come here on these bearded tabernacles. I know sometimes it might seem like, but it's really not. Regardless of how it's being put or how things are being said or how one might believe in whatever, you know what I'm saying, it's still benefiting, uh, I believe and I feel the individual if it's done correctly. And I try to do it correctly, but sometimes, it go off track. But he was saying that, voodoo was devil worshiping and all this, that, and the third. Now, and from what I know, um, that's not true, right? See, but again, we so westernized with the religion, we're so westernized with the politics, we're so westernized with the eating, we're so westernized with, you know what I'm saying? Our whole mindset is westernized, and I hate to say westernized because originally your mindset wasn't westernized because you were a native indigenous individual who have been colonized and conquered through what is now modernly called westernization. You feel me? So it's a whole fucking big shithole of a rabbit hole to go through. You know what I'm saying? But again, he was like, man, is this, is that, is there. So I wanted to come talk about it and touch on it and get into it. And of course, if anyone has anything to add or, what I'm saying, some disagreements or anything of that nature, you know. And I'm looking, man, Jamaica is an island by itself. Haiti ain't too far. And then it looked like the island is split in half, and then you got the Dominican Republic. And then not too far from the Dominican Republic, you have Puerto Rico, Cuba. You know what I noticed, Uncle P? No matter where the fuck you go in the world, it's always some niggas somewhere around. There's always a small bunch of us, but there's always some Negroes somewhere around the surrounding areas, right? And the inland areas always look like the surrounding areas. But don't get me wrong, you got your little but okay, Florida. Hmm. Venezuela, Panama Canal. I don't see a whole fucking map. Oh, mm. I'm just looking at a map now. Trinidad and Tobago. Uh, I just looking to see what shit come. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's get into the voodoo because I looked up Brazil, but it's called Santeria. In Brazil. So I was looking at South America, and from off the coastline of Florida and the islands and things in that nature, and I was just trying to get I was trying to get a geographical area type because Santeria is in Brazil and it's heavily practiced throughout over there. So I was trying to understand. He said I actually have a bad badger voodoo doll. Uh, I won it in the auction. And so, hey, my uncle a damn fool. He say I won it in the auction. It's a long story. Why I got to be a long story? You won it in the fucking auction. You know what I'm saying? Now the long story would be why would you bid on the voodoo doll? I don't know. But I know, you know what I'm saying? Unc say true story. He said I actually have a bad badger voodoo doll. I won it in the auction. So let's talk about it. Let's get into it. And of course, we again Google simple search. I done already specified that I'm not, what I'm saying, a practitioner. I don't know little bits and pieces, but not enough to, you know what I'm saying. You say you overpaid, Uncle P. My uncle a damn fool, man. But I want to get into this, man, because we always, we do Christianity a lot. Let's get off of the Christianity shit and get into this voodoo. So, voodoo is an ancient religion with its roots in West Africa that was brought to the Americas by enslaved people, primarily to Haiti. So, there's a Haitian voodoo. There's a Haitian voodoo. So there's a couple of forms of voodoo, and we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about it. Okay. And so brought to the Americas by enslaved people, primarily to Haiti. It is a complex, nature-based spiritual system that blends West African beliefs with elements of Roman Catholicism. It is a complex, nature-based spiritual system. So, nature-based spiritual system. We all know what nature is, right? Um, I know we all know what spiritual means, but some people may have different versions of spirituality. That blends West African beliefs with elements of Roman Catholicism. Okay, first of all, see, and this is what I be telling people. Why people, cause I separate Catholicism from Christianity and Judaism. I separated Uncle P. That's a totally different fucking religion. That is not Christianity. That is not a denomination of Christianity in no way, shape, fucking form, or fashion. Let me put my disclaimer up here because I'm gonna say something, but I ain't gonna get too far off into it, man. I ain't gonna get too far off into it. I ain't gonna, you know what I'm talking about. We ain't gonna do too much, Uncle P. You know what I'm saying? They like to shut motherfuckers down. You know what I'm saying? But because if y'all watch a lot of these documentaries, or even if you watching like some old TV shows, even in England, these motherfuckers was Catholic. They were not Christians. They were archbishops, popes, cardinals. They were Catholic. Until Christianity came. They was Catholic, man, until Christianity came and took over. A lot of this shit was Catholic. Like what do you think? The Protestants, the Puritans, the Pilgrims, the Quakers. This shit was knockoff Catholics before with Christianity and all these different denominations that you have now. You gotta believe me. You go pick up a book and read it, and you will see. But I only say that shit because I'm like, how the hell did Roman Catholicism become part of the diaspora of Western Africa? Of course, we know colonization, colonialism. You know what I'm saying? Uncle P, he said King George played a huge role in the fall of the Catholic. Talk, you see, Uncle, people. Let me tell you. Let me ask you a question. When I be up here, sometimes, honestly, talk to me. If you think I'm a bullshitter. When I be up here sometime, I be talking, but I don't really be talking all the time. But I talk sometime. When I get in, I try to, you know what I'm saying? Do you think I don't know what the fuck I be talking about? Let me know right now. Do you think I don't know what the fuck I be talking about? I be trying not to. You know what I'm saying? Because because on shit I know, and I know because I know. Boy, like all these motherfucking hidden color. Boy, I got some shit, man. But I can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But because, like you said, King George, and I wasn't gonna get into the King George. Had a lot to do with the fuck. I wasn't gonna go there just yet. You. You bam, you know what I'm saying? We was going, I was gonna keep it, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna keep it, But the only reason I said that because like how the hell Roman Catholicism even become part of voodoo when this shit was here before Roman Catholicism ever even existed. See, but that's what I'm saying. But I do know that a lot of the slave trade or the people that were coming here, you know what I'm saying, they didn't go deep into, that's why they stayed on the coastlines. They didn't go deep into, the continent into the latter years later, hundreds of years later on down the line. Because when they went in there, they seen the motherfuckers shrinking heads and they got the fucking on the body there. You know what I'm saying? And see, and then and this is like the old man at my job. See, this is where you get that shit from, that racism and that propaganda that they push about it being devil worshiping and shit like that, because it's not. Now, if anything, I would say Roman Catholicism is what. This is just my opinion. Don't nobody hate me. Roman Catholicism is more devil worshiping than voodoo is. Real shit. The Pope, the Vicarus Icarus, he said he's the son of God. Are you serious? Do y'all even know what this shit is? Anyway, that shit that's right on his crown when he wear that crown. Y'all really want to know why Donald Trump the president? Where you from? What's his heritage? I guarantee you. Anyway, we're not gonna go there. Let's get back into the voodoo shit, man. I mean, but that's important. It's important. Roman Catholicism. Practitioners believe in a single supreme God, Bondi, or Bondi, or Bondi. We're gonna say Bondi, who is detached from daily life and a pantheon of spirits, Loi, who act as intermediaries and are served through rituals like dance, trance, and offerings. Origins and belief. West African roots. The religion origins trace back to ancient animistic and ancestor worship practices in West Africa. Animistic. Hold on, hold on. Let me pause it because I know what I mean. But I know they didn't. So, well, I guess. So, y'all, animism is a belief system that attributes spiritual essence to all living and non-living things, such as plants, animals, rocks, and natural phenomena. It is considered one of the oldest forms of religion and is prevalent in many indigenous cultures. Anonymous, anonymous, anonymous believes that the spirit inhabits these things and these spirits can be communicated with, often through ritual, and can have significant influence on daily life for good or ill. And all this is important now. I know I'm gonna be reading some things and stuff like that. So we paused the voodoo, right? Because it said because it's animist. So I'm reading the animistic religion, and then we're gonna go back to voodoo. So just keep just follow me, y'all. Okay, so core belief for animism. Spiritual essence, every element of the natural world, both animate and inanimate, possesses a spirit or a soul. Interconnectedness. There is a belief in interconnectedness of the physical and spiritual worlds. With no clear separation, with no clear separation between them, but it is a separation between the physical realm and the spiritual realm. So it actually is because you have to be able to cross over. So, don't get me wrong, everything is interconnected. Even we're interconnected, you know what I'm saying? Even if you believe in the creator or intelligent design, we're still appendages of that intelligent design. Even throughout the earth, the mycelium connection it's a big ass mold of bacteria that's connecting everything. You know what I'm saying? Look up the mycelium. I'll do that as well. But anyway, so a communal harmony. Animism emphasizes a harmonious relationship with the natural world and often involves a deep respect for nature. So let me go back up. So with the interconnectedness, because everything, as you know, the 6 degrees of separations and all this shit, and that and the third, and yeah. But I mean, we it's and again, we all know these things. We just don't consciously become aware to signs and symbols unless what I'm saying we're taught or we're told or we're tunnel vision or we're focused upon certain things. You know what I'm saying? But again, we all know these things. So spiritual influences. So it says spirits and supernatural forces can influence events, fortunes, and misfortunes, and can be appeased or angered. Spiritual influence. Spirits and supernatural forces. So they're separating spirits and supernatural forces. So a spirit and a supernatural force, according to this definition, is two different things. I would kind of want to say that a spirit is supernatural, but a spirit has its own force, just like supernatural things has a force. So, but I get what it's saying. You know what I'm saying? So again, spirits and supernatural forces can influence events, fortunes, misfortunes, and can be appeased or angry. Like back in the day when they used to take offerings to the gods to appease the gods, whatever the case may be, or the spirit, basically nature. Because most of the gods that um were being appeased or things that were looked at as gods were natural phenomena that we couldn't explain. So in order to explain, and at that time, I don't really think it was a form of control. I think it was a way of explaining or giving explanation to life and existence and how we do things. So we chalked it up as a god or as a spirit or as a you know what I'm saying, as an entity or as a supernatural force. You know what I'm saying? And again, when we did certain things, we said it was angered. You know what I'm saying? And then when we did good things, we were appeasing it. And we thought a way to keep it appeased was by offerings and sacrifices. A lot of natives and indigenous, and like the Incas, the Mayans, the Aztecs, um, I'm saying the Hopi, a lot of natives and indigenous, and including the continental diasporas, believed in offerings and sacrifices and things of that nature. And shit, hell, you even see that in the Bible, right? You think that just sprung up in the Bible? No, it was a widespread belief. Things were picked and chose and put into place. Robbing the bank, robbing the bank. Robbing the bank. What's going on, robbing the bank? How you feel, brother? How you feel? How you feel? How you feel, brother? Robbing the bank, huh? Uh, hey, man, next time you rob the bank, man, let me get a few bucks about you, brother. I appreciate you for being in the building tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? Drop a like button, drop a like, hit that like button, young fella. Hopefully you subbed up to the channel, man. Welcome to the Bearded Tabernacle, young man. Welcome to the Bearded Tabernacle. Right now we on the subject of voodoo right now. Or voodoo. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Let me finish reading this. Let me go here first. Communal harmony. Animism emphasizes a harmonious relationship with the natural world, and it's often involved, a deep respect for nature. Um, motherfuckers that hug trees, tree huggers. you know, like how y'all might don't know how Blood'll be making fun of me when I told his ass take his shoes, socks off, and go stand there. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that to recharge yourself. Wearing certain metals and putting certain metals on, and, certain minerals, and keeping them close to certain body parts and stuff like that. Not only that, just make sure you just like it's the same way that you would take care of you. It's the same way you would take care of everything that's around you. The ground you walk on, the dirt, the trees, the leaves, the animals, everything, the wind. You give everything its respect. Practical focus. The focus is often immediate, practical concerns of life, such as health, safety, and prosperity, rather than on abstract and ultimate questions. Practice and rituals. Appeasements. Rituals and practices. Now we're still on animus, y'all. So rituals and practices are performed to appease spirits to endure their favor, which can include offering and prayers. Meditations. Shamans, healers, or elders often act as intermediaries to communicate with the spirit world. That's true. Now, you can do this yourself. A lot of people don't have the capacity. I'm not going to say the capability because everyone is capable, but the capacity to just because it takes a lot. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. Meditating takes a lot. Being in an induced meditative state can wipe you, can drain you, and heal you at the same time. Because in order to get healed, you have to get wiped, you have to get drained, you have to be detoxed, to be refreshed. So ritual variety. Rituals vary widely depending on the culture and the specific spiritual being addressed. For example, some may perform rituals related to planting and harvesting, while others might have rituals for safe travel. Indigenous cultures. Animism is a foundational element in many indigenous cultures worldwide, such as those of the Navajo, the Zulu, and the Hmong people. You know what I'm saying? So Navajo is supposed to be an indigenous, you know what I'm saying, over here in the Americas and shit, right? And Zulu, everybody knows Zaka Zulu, the Zulu tribes in Africa, right? And the Hmong people. It says well, you probably don't know about the Hmong people, but we'll get into that later. Okay, so organized religions. Elements of animism can be found in some organized religions, such as oh my God, Shintoism, Shinto, Shintoism in Japan, or certain practices within Hinduism. Animism is a religion. I'm sorry, animism is a religious and ontological, ontological perspective common to many indigenous cultures across the globe. According to the oft quoted definition from the Victorian anthropologist E.B. Taylor, animists believe in the animation of all nature and are characterized as having sense of spiritual beings. Now, especially when you get off into like, you know, your acid trips, your DMTs and stuff like that with your mushrooms and stuff like that, um, that helps induce, you know, some of these. Not saying you gotta be doped up to do this shit. That's not what I'm saying. Um, so animism from Latin anima meaning breath, spirit, life. Is the belief that places, objects, and creatures all possesses a distinct spiritual essence. Animism perceives all things, animal, plant, rocks, rivers, weather systems, human handiwork, and in some cases words as being animated, having agencies of free will. Animism is used in anthropology of religion as a term for the belief system for many indigenous people, in contrast to to relatively more recent development of organized religion. Animism is a metaphysical belief which focuses on supernatural universes. On the supernatural universe, or universes, I guess, specifically on the concept of the immaterial soul. Although each culture has its own mythologies and rituals, animism is said to describe the most common foundation thread of indigenous people, spiritual or supernatural perspective. And again, see how they separating spiritual and supernatural. Me personally, I would think spiritual is supernatural, but that's we get to that. We don't get to it tonight. We will get to that next tabernacle. So what I do? Hold on. Oh shit! I'm sorry, y'all. Come on, trusty notebook. You know what I'm saying? You know, we gotta have a pen in the pad. Well, shit, I got the pad. I got them on. No, I ain't gonna. Ooh, wait. I got it. Let me see. All right. You know what I'm saying? I gotta write it down. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure I, come back to it. Um, okay. So again, people's spiritual and supernatural perspectives. The animistic perspective is so widely held and inherent to most indigenous people that they often do not even have a word in that they often do not even have a word in their languages that corresponds to animism or even religion. The term animism is an anthropological construct, like everything else, largely due um, uh, largely due to such ethno-linguistic and cultural discrepancies. Opinions differ on whether animism refers to an ancestral mode experience common to indigenous people around the world or to a full-fledged religion in its own right. So, meaning basically, is it a religion? Was it practiced by a group of massive people, or is this just something that is just exclusive to a particular or a certain group of individuals? You say God's not there. What's going on now? What is that? God stink. How you feeling, my brother? Hey man, big shout out to all my Twitch followers. Big shout out to all my YouTube and Facebook followers, man. whichever platform y'all on. Please please hit the share button. And also, man, if you get time, come on over here to the YouTube page, hit that like over here, subscribe to the channel. I want to welcome everybody tonight to be in the conversation. We're having a discussion on voodoo, or voodoo, or hoodoo. Uh, but you know, we sidetrack. We getting back. Everything correlates. Everything correlates. Um, the current acceptance definition of animism was developed only in the late 19th century, 1871, by Edward Taylor, of course, a white man. And not saying, but how can he give a definition or a term to something that he don't even practice? Or, you know, observation and practitioner are two different things. Engulfed in the culture of something and observing the culture of something is two different things. So it is one of the anthropology's earliest concepts, if not the first. Animism encompasses beliefs that the material phenomena have agency, that there exists no categorical distinction between the spiritual and the physical world, and that the soul, spirit, and sentience exist not only in humans, but also in other animals, plants, rocks, geographical features, such as mountains and rivers. And I have heard that the water is alive. He said, can't preach, but you don't practice. True. Man, big shout out to you, man. Big shout out to you, man, over there on my Twitch. Big shout out to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, big shout out. This is the first time, well, this ain't the first time. I usually stream for Twitch, but I'm glad I'm getting Twitch people over there, man. Make sure you follow me on Twitch, man, and come over here and follow me on YouTube too. I'll follow back, my boy. But like I was saying, I did hear water. I do be hearing about water being alive, and you know, drinking water out of you know, plastic is dead water. You know, you should drink it out of glass if you're going to drink it, because glass actually captures the essence of the water. Yeah, and more spiritual, metaphysical thing. I'm not saying that. I'm not disbanding or blowing it off. I'm not doing that. Because I would rock with that. You feel me? In other entities of natural environment, examples. I'm sorry, include water, sprites, vegetation, deities, uh, sprites like Tinkerbell and shit. Um, vegetation deities and tree spirits, among others. Animism may further attribute a life force to abstract concepts such as words, true names, or metaphors in mythology. Some members of non-tribal world also consider themselves animists, such as Arthur Daniel Quinn, um, sculptor, Lawson, Oyakan, and many neo-pagans. Okay, now let's go back to voodoo. Animism. So this is how we got to animism. Ah, damn it, send me somewhere. Okay, bam. Nope. West African roots, the religion traced back to the West Africa, particularly in the modern day. Okay, so West African roots, the religion origin, voodoo, are traced back to ancient animistic. That's where we got. So this is where how we got on animism. Animistics and ancestors worship practices in West Africa, particularly in the region of modern day Benin, from which the term voodoo comes. Syncretism. In all America's traditions, African beliefs merge with forced Roman Catholicism of European colonizers. I said that, Uncle P. This syncretism uh, created a unique blend, with Catholic saints being associated with African spirits, supreme being and spirits. Voodooists believed in supreme creator God, Bondi, and Haiti, Mualisa. All it means is good God. among the Fan or Na or Laroon among the Yoruba, and multitude of spirits called Loa or Na, Loa in Haiti, who are responsible for different aspects of life. Way of life. It is often described as more than just a religion. It is considered the way of life, encompasses culture, philosophy, medicine, and community. Or tradition, voodoo, developed as an oral tradition because enslaved people were often prevented from learning to read and write. So knowledge and customs were passed down through generations by priests and priestess, Angan and Mambo, or Mambo. Practice and rituals. Serving the spirit. A central goal of voodoo is to serve the spirits through prayer, song, dancing, and other devotional rites to seek guidance, health, and protection. You know, spiritual possession. Rather than being feared, spiritual possession is desired and sacred experience where the law, where the law takes over the body of the worshiper to communicate directly with the community. Offering. Rituals often involve offering of food, which can include things like animals, to the spirit. Ceremonies can include drumming, dancing, chanting, and the use of physical objects, and elements of nature. Cultural preservation. The use of Catholic saints' days as a cover for serving their own deities was a way to was a way for enslaved Africans to preserve their religion in the face of oppression. So syncretism, you know how you sync and align things up. So basically, they use the Catholic saints, as like face cards, like how what I'm saying, or as covers. Um, so them actually celebrating their actual deities or whatever wouldn't be discovered. You say that you're Yoruba about the century. I'm gonna get there. Damn it, Uncle. I always ask your ass to come up here and goddamn it talk and run the show. I was gonna get there to Santeria, the Santeria voodoo, and the differences because it's actually, even though it's the same thing, but they try to say it's different. But we gonna hopefully we gonna try to cover as much as we can. In a couple of hours that what I'm saying I would be on. So, well, this ain't what I was reading at first. Though. I want to go back to what I had. Do. Okay, maybe so so again, the man said it was devil worship. So it says no, voodoo is not devil worship. It is an ancient religion that originated in Africa, and was later combined with other traditions. The misconception that voodoo is a devil worship stems from historical racism, religious prejudice, and misrepresentation in popular culture. Instead, followers of voodoo and worship a supreme God, and and believe in spirits called Loa, who act as intermediaries. Voodoo is not devil worship, supreme God. Voodooists believe in a supreme God or creator known as the Bandai in Haitian voodoo, but do not worship the devil. Spirits and intermediaries. The Loa are not gods, but supernatural beings that serve as mediators between humans and the supreme deity. The devil's absence. The devil does not exist in the cosmology of most African diasporas religions, including voodoo. So any ancient continental diaspora that has anything to do with spirituality does not involve the devil. And the original Bible does not even have a devil as well. I keep trying to tell these people that, but no one wants to listen to me. You say Santeria isn't voodoo, but sometimes they're mistaken for each other. And we gonna get yeah. I know it's your bad. God damn, damn. You know we got, and it's another one too. What's the other one, Unc? Tell me the other one. Santeria, and it's another one. I think it's two more. What are they? You know what I'm saying? What are they? They similar. But they all voodoo. I ain't gonna lie. That shit all voodoo. That make So it says origins and misconceptions. Racism and prejudice during the era of slavery, European colonizers, promoted the idea that non-Christian religions were devil worship to justify atrocities against enslaved Africans, just so they can beat them, kill them, rape them, pillage, and all that shit. Syncretism with Catholicism. Voodoo developed in Haiti. Listen to this bullshit. If it comes from West Africa, how did voodoo develop in Haiti? But we're gonna now. If they're saying develop as in it started to pick up traction as far as popularity and the things that were done with it, okay, we could say that. Okay, so voodoo developed in Haiti when enslaved Africans blended their traditions with spiritual practices with the Catholicism that was forced upon them, leading to confusion among outsiders. Misrepresentation in media. Hollywood movies and other media have perpetuated the myth that voodoo is evil through inaccurate portrayals, which has fueled many unfounded rumors. I'm sorry. Voodoo beliefs and practices, connections to nature and ancestors. Voodoo is rooted in worship of nature and ancestors, believing that the living and the dead exist side by side. Harmony. Many practitioners focus on living in peace and doing good, with core tenets emphasizing harmony between individuals and God. Voodoo dolls. The popular image of voodoo dolls are largely in Hollywood creation. In reality, they are often used for positive purposes, such as bringing good luck or health to a person. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, no. That's what. So, practice forms of voodoo include Haitian voodoo, Louisiana voodoo, and okay, so Haitian voodoo, Louisiana voodoo, and West African voodoo. Common practices involve ritual ceremonies and offerings to spirits called the wild, like we've been saying, or orishas. So, because the Yoruba deals in orishas, those are its deity. You have your warlocks, the Ebles. You still have the Twa people, um, Twa, warlock, Ebles, Yoruba or Yoruba. Um, God damn it, man. There's a few other. I couldn't. Oh, damn it. It was just in my head. Anyway, but that's just a few. You know what I'm saying? Of diasporas or people get practice it because most of the diasporas are the people anyway. You know what I'm saying? We said there. Oh, what'd you say, Uncle P? You said there are small communities in Florida that still practice it 100% voodoo. So Haitian voodoo. I'm sorry. Practice a religion with a sacred center pole, vive drawings, rituals, symbols, and offerings of food and drink. Key elements: singing, drumming, and dance are often to communicate with the spirits. Spiritual guidance. Practitioners known as Hogan priest or Mabu priestess. Uh, so Hogan is the priest of voodoo, and a Mambu is a priestess of voodoo. So may enter a trance to allow spirits to communicate directly within the community. And I know in Santeria they do this as well. So Louisiana voodoo practice Socratic religion that emerged from the blendings of African spirituality traditions with Catholicism by enslaved people in New Orleans. That's what that's how what they speak down there, man. That Creole shit. Where you get the Creole shit and the patois. You know what I'm saying, which is the knockoff French type shit. You know what I'm saying? Bayou Swamp, ignorant. I don't want to say it like that, but y'all know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like we got Ebonics, that's what it is. You feel me? Offerings are made to Lwa, such as rum, tobacco, or sweet foods, to Papa Lekba, the spirit who guards the crossroads. Papa Lekba. West African voodoo practice, traditional religion that involves ritual ceremonies that have been passed down through generations. Key elements. Practices can include animal sacrifice to appease spirits, as well as dance, music, and other symbolic items. Rituals can vary from private ceremonies to large communal celebrations. So basically, man, it's all voodoo, bro. It's just how they do it, and you know what I'm saying, and the region of where that shit come from. So Santeria is a syncretic religion originating from Cuba that blends elements of West African Yoruba spirituality with Roman Catholicism. So Santeria is a syncretic religion, you know what I'm saying, originating from Cuba. So how can it originate from Cuba if it's taking elements of West African Yoruba and the Roman Catholic? So what is the basis of Santeria? Let's see if we can find out. It involves a hierarchy of priests and practitioners who worship deities known as the Orishas. Well, God damn it, the Cubans ain't shit but Spanish black folk, man. Ain't no, and Orishas ain't Spanish guys. Them some N words. I ain't gonna say it like that. I'm just having fun, y'all. Um, so practitioners who worship deities known as Orishas. Gaia is Orisha. Through rituals, the Mother Earth, yeah. Through rituals like drumming, chanting, offerings, um, offerings, sometimes including animal sacrifice. Santeria is a community-based religion that often involves private worship in homes rather than public buildings. Core belief and practice: Orishas. Santeria followers worship Orisha spiritual beings with human-like qualities who are believed to provide, guidance, protection, and wisdom. Syncretism. The religion syncretizes Orishas with Catholic saints, for example. Onchun is associated with Our Lady of Charity, the patron saint of Cuba. Initiations. Becoming a practitioner involves initiation rituals where the devotee patron Orisha. Okay, my bad. That was my son, y'all. Yeah, making sure he got back in the crib. Yeah, yeah, it's a hot. Yeah, basically Uncle P. Basically Uncle P. Basically Uncle P. With their own little spin and twist. You know what I'm saying? So initiations are becoming a practitioner involves initiation rituals where the devotee patron Orisha is identified and symbolizes on their head. Divination. Divination. I'm sorry. Put too many syllables in there. Divination. Divination. Practitioners use divination methods such as Ifa consultations to seek advice and guidance from the Orisha. Okay. Ifa has multiple meanings depending on the context, including the Yoruba spiritual system, tradition, and divination system. The abbreviation Independent Financial Advisor and the acronym Immune Fluorescence Assay. Oh, that's in medicine. Okay, so the Yoruba meaning refers to a system of wisdom, the deity of wisdoms, Orunmila, and the divination practices associated with him. In finance, goddamn it, okay, we talking about in culture and religion. Yoruba spiritual tradition, Ifa, is a divination system and spiritual tradition originating with the Yoruba people in Nigeria. The deity Orunmila, Ifa, can refer to the deity of wisdom, intellect, and destiny, also known as Orunmila. Orunmila. Divination system is a system of signs and mathematical formulas used by priests, Babalowo, 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 to interpret signs and provide guidance for important decisions. Listen to this. Divination system is a system of signs and mathematical formulas used by priests to interpret signs and provide guidance for important decisions. And y'all give us this motherfucking Pythagorean theorem. Like these, let me stop. Let me be quiet. Oh, let me be quiet. Oral traditions. The tradition is based on oral corpus of texts called Odu Ifa, which are memorized and recited by priests. Diaspora, or diaspora. I'm sorry. Ifa spreads to the Americas and the Caribbean during the transatlantic slave trade, influencing other religions like Santeria and Haitian Voodoo. Again, Ifa spread to the Americas and the Caribbean during the transatlantic slave trade, influencing other religions like Santeria and Haitian Voodoo. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. I just want to let y'all know what Ifa was. Um, it says Santeria is a community-based religion. Okay, no, we did that. We did that. We did. So, okay. See, Benin. Voodoo convents in Benin historically served as places where children allegedly possessed by spirits were sent for healing and spiritual training. Though this practice has drawn criticism for its impact on children's education. New Orleans, particularly the historical area associated with Marie Laveau, or Laveau, because it's French, Laveau, has long been a center for the practice of Louisiana voodoo. This includes shops that sell voodoo-related items, provide spiritual guidance. Elsewhere, other locations with strong connections to voodoo, like Haiti and Dominican Republic, have their own spiritual centers where the practice is maintained. Modern spiritual communities. Online, the term voodoo dorm also refers to online communities or podcasts where people discuss voodoo and other spiritual practices, such as the voodoo room, which is online. Okay, well, I don't need all that. That's not really. What's this? So basically, I don't know what he read or what he seen. What he seen. Yeah, well, they do well. Well, not all. Santeria. The people that practice Santeria were the whites. Voodoo and voodoo practitioners don't necessarily wear white during ceremony. Voodoo practice and philosophy, also known as voodoo and voodoo, is more than a mere religion. It is a rich tapestry of spirituality, philosophy, and cultural heritage. at its core. Voodoo holds that a divine force, Bandai, created the universe and everything within it. However, Bandai is seen as a distant figure, but humans can communicate with the divine through intermediaries known as Loa or Loa. See more of this tapestry of culture in this real story of Barbados people, place in history. Yeah, so this is the Caribbean. So yeah, they in Barbados. An altar used in Louisiana voodoo on display. That's an altar? Okay, it's got money, all type of shit. Gray oils. Okay, so the voodoo philosophy is recognizes the existence of the invisible world inhabited by Loa. Spirits that govern various aspects of human life. Each Loa possesses unique qualities, characteristics, and domain of influence. From Papa Legba, the gatekeeper and communicator, to Erzuli, the goddess of love and beauty. Voodoo is as diverse as the tapestry of life itself. In practice, voodoo worship takes on a colorful and lively form. Practitioners, Hungans, priests, and Mambo's priestess facilitate the ceremonies where devotees gather to honor which are the intermediaries, because they honor them. Same way, like when you pray, I don't know if y'all read this in the Bible. Like when you pray, you don't pray to God. People don't. I don't know if you guys know this, but you don't pray to God. Even now to this day, when you get on your hands and knees and you say a prayer, you don't pray to God and you don't pray to Jesus. Yeah, I hope I ain't fucking nobody up with that one. You know what I'm saying? You actually pray to Lucifer, Satan, the devil, even in his fallen state, because that's how you pay reverence and homage. When you got on your hands and knees in prayer, you pray. Now you might not didn't know, you thought you were praying to God. You know what I'm saying, but you were praying to Him, and then what He would do is He would take your prayers to God and tell God that this certain individual said that he's thankful for this, that, the third, and the other, and He will bring the individual prayers uh, to God. You know what I'm saying? And hold on, theming that He was the one that was bringing the prayers to God, and He was jealous of the people. Because I guess because He knew all of that. Well, God should have known too, because God is the creator of all. So He know any. So all the thoughts that you think, He put them in your head, right? I mean, I would think, but then that's when you get that interjection of the free will. So He's not really telling you what to think, because He's giving you the option to think on your own type shit. But if you're following Him, and if you allow the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, to flow within you. You know what I'm saying? So you can be, because this is in the scripture, so you have to allow the Holy Spirit to flow within you to be able to pay reverence and homage to God, because that's the only way that you can do it. And we did this maybe 1 or 2 tabernacles ago when we read this scripture, right? I'm just, see, this shit is it's like, mm. Anyway, see, this is why I like doing this. It opened up your mind. Well, for me anyway. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you had to pray to the devil. He brought all your prayers to God and stuff like that. Just like how, so he was an intermediary. You know what I'm saying? That's all he was. He was a liaison. He was a broker in such sorts. Between you and the divine, or you and the Creator, or you and the Father, or you and whatever. The ceremonies are characterized by rhythmic drumming, vibrant dancing, and hypnotic chants, creating an atmospheric and heightened spiritual energy. Same thing in the church. When you catch the Holy Ghost, when they dancing and they playing that music, that vibration, those certain frequencies. See, that's what you're attaching to. That's what we align with, the vibration, the frequencies. You know what I'm saying? They get to activating chakras. Shit. Now, so when we get to talking about chakras, that's when we get into the metaphysical. And they spoke about the metaphysical animus being metaphysical individuals. So All these things coincide. You know what I'm saying? The animus, the metaphysical. Why we see, and the thing is, this is the problem. We tend to separate these things when we talk about certain religious practices. Whether it's Christianity, whether it's Islam, whether it's Judaism, whether it's Catholicism, or voodoo, or voodoo, or whichever one is practiced, or Santeria, or Santeria. We tend to separate all these things. Like, all these things are not components of each other. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that's where the divide, and where the separation of beliefs, and understandings and perception comes in when we're talking about different religions. You know what I'm saying? I don't knock them. It may seem like I knock. I don't knock. I only knock because the people that are practicing and the people that are teaching don't necessarily understand. And if you do understand, you understand from a westernized version. You don't understand from a westernized, easternized, a northernized, and a southernized version. You need to study religion, in all regions and in geographical locations, and see how those things are done. Even Christianity in another region, in another area, is done totally different than what is done here in America. See, then that's when we give it social constructs, and we give it names like Orthodox Christianity, or Orthodox Catholicism, or Orthodox this. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how all these things come about. Now, listen, again, if you think I'm wrong, it's just my opinion. I'm up here talking, but anybody can chime in. This is an open platform, open forum, open panel. If you know anything about the subject, or just in religious things, period, or you whatever you are, if you want to come up, man, and add something to the conversation, please feel more free to do so. Let me put this link in the chat one time, for the one time, for my people. Damn. Damn. Link is in the chat again, man. If y'all want to come chime in, man. Hey, I want to give a special shout out, man, to my Brody, man, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go tapping in with TMB with Monkey Man, man. Make sure y'all go tap in with my brother, Monkey Man. Go tap in with Nike, little bro, Nike fam. Two Hills STS, man, every Tuesday and Friday. Every Tuesday for wrestling, every Friday for sports. I will be in the building Tuesday, man. I didn't get a chance to see the Survivor Series, but I know they're gonna talk about it. I seen the little highlights, but we're gonna get into it, man. Big shout out to my Brody on For Show TV. Big shout out to my broski, Hurricane JW. Hey, and big shout out to Big Bro, man. Quaalude over there on Overdose Music, man, and Connect Work, man. Make sure y'all check him out every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Also, man, my queen goddess over here. I mean, no, I'm sorry for the queen goddess. My goddess over here, Miss Cece, Miss Craven Carefully. Make sure y'all tap in with her too. Blazed and Unfiltered. Blazed and Unfiltered. Also, Miss Chocolate Tide, another one of my goddesses on the channel. Dr. Chocolate, our residential YouTube specialist. Make sure y'all tap in, tap in, tap in, tap in. And speaking of tapping in, man, I think it's time to pay some bills, Uncle P. I think it might be time for some station identification, huh? What you think, huh? Time for some station identification around here? Let me run these commercials real quick. Huh? Gotta pay bills, huh? Gotta pay the bills.
I'm Reverend Keep Flowing Dollars here. Greater Mount Carmel, missionary, Baptist, Catholic, Muslim, Episcopal, amen, Episcopal, Church of Christ of the Latter-day Saints and Hebrew Israelites, amen. Masjid and church, beauty salon, funeral emporium, and hair salon, amen. And Reverend Keep Flowing Dollars want to know, do it seem like God ain't messing with you like he used to? Every time you walk in the house, the family be like, oh, look at this nigga here. Amen. Look here, sister. Are you depressed? Or brother, are you depressed in your YouTube relationship? Is your YouTube relationship ain't YouTubing like it's supposed to? Or you or someone you know has been pinned with a fake baby and you don't know how to get rid of the fake baby and it's traumatizing you?
We understand. And maybe the thought of you having a fake baby make you want to unalive yourself. Well, you have to go no further here. Because Keep Flowing Dollars have something for you. Miss Chocolate Tie. Dr. Chocolate Tie is a YouTube certified Christian counselor therapist that would help you. Amen. Glory, hallelujah. When he doing it, when he doing it. Amen. Will help you with your problems. Just like she helped me. When I was 5 years old, I was molested by my neighbor's parakeet. Amen. And when I sat there and I cried, amen. When I cried, amen. Oh Lord, I cried, amen. And it still bothers me to this day. But I'm gonna be all right, amen. Because Miss Chocolate Time will help you. Like she helped me. So, amen. When you at a time, you go lay over there on that couch for 30 minutes, amen. Hold on. Amen. You gonna lay down on that couch for 30 minutes. And if the cocaine don't work, she will. And if she won't work, there's a bridge you can jump off of, and I bet you it'll work. Amen. So, amen. So look here. Come lay down on Miss Chocolate Tie couch. Because just like I got over that parakeet molesting me, you can get over what's bothering you. Hi. I'm Reverend Keep Flowing Dollars here. Great amount.
Missionary Baptist Episcopal. Hey, this should never get so never get so that is classic. All right, man. We got one. We hold on. We ain't through paying bills yet, y'all. We ain't through paying bills yet. Hold on. We're gonna be through paying bills in a second. Hold on. We gonna be with Monkey Man. Eat. I'm on your channel. We got one more commercial to run. Nah, I ain't. Man, they got a bunch of these little joints with the AI. I don't like the AI joint. I like the joints we do. Don't get me wrong. I fuck with them, but you know, the joints we do, man, them joints they be a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, intriguing and shit. You feel me? Because I guess it's because we did them and shit. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get to this next commercial, y'all.
Our sponsor. I'll Keep Flowing Dollars here. And now, a word from our sponsor. I'll Keep Flowing Dollars here. Great amount come of missionary, Baptist, Catholic, Islamic, evangelist, Church of the Seventh-day Adventist, Hebrew Israelite of Christ, and Mass Jig Church, Beauty Salon, and Barbershop. And Reverend Keep Flowing Dollars want to know, is your sex life dead? Well, today I have something for you. The Lazarus Pit. It will bring your sex life back to life just like Jesus did Lazarus. You will rise again.
No. Come on, man. Don't do me like that.
Church of the Seventh-day Adventist, the Hebrew Israelite of Christ, and Mass Jig Church, Beauty Salon, and Barbershop.
Bring it back.
And Reverend Keith Flowing Dollars want to know, is your sex life dead? Well, today I have something for you. The Lazarus Pit. It will bring your sex life back to life, just like Jesus did Lazarus. You will rise again. This pill is for the person, the Christian. This is a Christian sex pill. You gotta believe in the Lord in order to make this happen. Amen. And here go a few of my members of the church that has used this pill to help enhance their sex life. Amen. Hallelujah.
Amen. And it's your boy Bear Genghis Khan, man. I want to let y'all know, hey, if you ain't had, or you ain't bought, if you ain't tried that Lazarus pill, make sure you get it, man. Hey, that motherfucker 100% work. It's got your boy doing things you never thought he would do. You feel me? You heard it here first, man. Hey, and I am not only a client, but I'm the vice president. You feel me? Big ups to my uncle, man. Big shout out to that Lazarus pill. It worked, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm living proof.
This thing. Is up? I was your favorite fast skipping, never slipping. If I was, I still won't fall. Hey, check this out here. We got this new pill for y'all. Called the Lazarus pill. You ready to go long, strong all night long, give that freezer meat till she can't compete? We got something for you. Hit up Bishop, keep flowing dollars, or holler at Bedside Baptist. We got what you need. Lazarus pills. Gonna give you an amazing thrill. Sometimes side effects, unlimited Woody.
Ooh, so to all my ladies out there struggling in the bedroom, your girl got the hookup for you. Let me tell you about it. So y'all know, I've been telling y'all, my man got that AD, right? So we went to the doctors, and they gave him the sample of the Lazarus pill. I couldn't keep him off me. Do you hear me? I've been working funny for 3 days. I'm really hoping to get that subscription, y'all. Y'all better check on that Lazarus pill.
Ever since using the Lazarus pill, I've been able to stick her to the ceiling, and it made the bedroom performance even better. Get some now. I need even more.
This pill will work for anybody. Won't he do it? Even our brother Bearded Conversation, he's not even a Christian, but the pill works for him. So call now. Get your pill. And not only will we put in the Lazarus pill, but look what else we have. We also have the resurrection pill. Yes, this pill will last for 3 days. 3 days of resurrection, just like God. And also, we have the deodorant slide on. Amen. Your balls might be dusty. It don't matter. You rub a little of this around your balls, and everything will be right back in blue. Less expensive, just like the Eve in God of Israel. Amen. So, yes, today you can have the Lazarus pill, the 3-day erection pill, The Lazarus slide on deodorant gel cap. For 3 easy payments of $17.95. What else do you get? That's all. You get an erection. Now, the side effects may cause you to scratch your ass and things of the unnormal nature that you might do. You might fart uncontrollably. Your nuts might itch uncontrollably. It don't matter, but the erection you'll get. That's all that matters. So, thank you to Bedside Bear, this bearded conversation, Chocolate Tie, and GBA Radio for giving us the experience of a lifetime with the Lazarus. Hey, look at that bitch that want to give me some head.
Yeah, man, we had to pay some bills. Had to pay some bills. Had to pay some bills, man. We back. We back. Had to pay some bills. I apologize for the choppiness, man. You know what I'm saying? Apologize. So he said it's ironic that many modern day faithful have zero reservation on shitting on different faiths, but are deeply wounded and offended when a non-believer don't subscribe to their belief. I ain't lying. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. I'm crazy motherfucker. What time is it, honey? It's last. Yeah. Hey. You know we trying to do that shit for real, We trying to get some natural supplements and see how that shit gonna work. And then, you know, he gonna test them and shit first. You know what I'm saying? Until we can really you know come out. Yeah. Next time he come on, man, I'm gonna talk about it. Real shit. Real shit. But voodoo, y'all. It ain't devil worship. Old man was wrong. I don't know what he read. Big ups to you can change the name. What is it? Cage Kami? What's Cage Kami? You my boy. I know you. I ain't gonna say your government, but you know what I'm saying. Cage Kami. You didn't change it from Noble Savage. But if you just joining us, Noble Savage, we was talking about voodoo, man, on today's show. But like I was saying, man, animus, divination. The divination really took me back. You know, the divination, man, you know what I'm saying, is a system based on mathematics and things like that to, you know, mathematical equations to find, you know what I'm saying, the relevance of signs and symbols and shit like that. That's dope, you know. But like I say, you know, they give us this the Pythagorean theorem. Euclid for what is it? Euclid. What the fuck is it? Pythagorean theorem and Euclid's problem and shit like. Oh man, they be killing me, man. They be killing me. That Euclid shit ain't nothing but the tree of life. That's on the temples. You know what I'm saying? It's on the Makuts or the pyramids. Y'all would say pyramids, but the actual name they you know is their Makuts. You know what I'm saying, and you actually there actually is a tree of life with the oh my goodness with the Nasut or Pharaoh. I'm sorry, Pharaoh. So there are actually it's a tree of life. It's in some pyramids. With the Pharaoh, next to a I don't want to say I want to because I'm not sure because I don't read hieroglyphs like I should. because and you know why I got out of it? Because I don't believe that they really fucking deciphered it. So my mind like fucked it up and I just stopped getting into it. But yeah, but I can't really decipher. You know what I'm saying? Not that I could really read in the first place, but I I noticed certain symbols and shit, and signs were equated to certain sounds and shit like that. I was kind of okay. It took a minute to piece shit together, but I was kind of. I actually still got the books. I still got my books. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so like again, it was in the soot. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say it was a beggar, but a person or something like that, and they was actually picking uh from the tree of, oh actually no, they were writing on the tree of life. That's what it shows. They were writing on the tree of life, like they were writing in like a family tree or the generations and stuff like that. I'm saying that's man. So much of this shit has been twisted by so much of this shit has been twisted and turned around and perverted, and then they gonna say we use. Then they say we use it for double. You know what I'm saying? No, 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 no. That ain't how it go now. Okay, got it. Louisiana voodoo. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry, y'all. Mm. Man, they got a beginner's guide. Yeah, that's where I was. Let me go back to where I was. Sorry. Excuse me, y'all. Mm. No, where was I? Wait. Excuse me. Damn. Oh, that was it? Couldn't be. Oh. This is an excerpt from a book. That's okay. It was an excerpt from a book. Govern various aspects of human life. Each law possesses unique quality, characteristics, and domain and influence from Papa Legba, the gatekeeper, communicated to Inzuli, the goddess of love. I think I read all that. Da, 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 da. Let me come down. Voodoo is a diverse. Tapestry, I read all that. Da, da, da. Oh, yes, it's only gonna let me go. Yeah, they trying to make me. They trying to make me buy some shit, and I ain't doing that. My bad, y'all. I'm just. So basically, we went over what the dolls was for. That's what I want to do. Santeria versus Voodoo. Let me see. Let me see what they come up. So it says Santeria and Voodoo are distinct Afro-Caribbean religions with different origins. Santeria developed in Cuba from Yoruba people, while Voodoo is rooted in Voodoo religions of the Fan and the Iwe people, primarily from the regions of modern-day Benin and Togo, and flourished in Haiti. Both religions syncretize traditional African beliefs with the elements of Roman Catholicism and share a common heritage of African spiritual practices that survived the transatlantic slave trade. Feature so geographical origin: Santeria, Cuba; Voodoo, Haiti. Primary African root: Santeria, the Yoruba people of Nigeria. Um, Voodoo, the Fan and Iwi uh, people of Benin and Togo. I wonder. Nah, okay, I'm gonna do that in a minute. Okay, And so it says name origin. Spanish for the way of the saints, derived from the word voodoo, which means spirit, in Fan and Ewe languages. Catholic syncretism, Santeria, strong with Orisha spirits, often identified as Catholic saints, strong with now voodoo, strong with practices sometimes associated with Catholicism. This should sound like the same shit. Language Spanish, uh, Haitian Creole, spirits, Orishas, powerful but not immortal spirits that depend on worship and sacrifice to survive. Loa, Loa, I'm sorry, spirits of Haitian voodoo tradition. Which are the Orishas though? Because they all worship the fucking Orishas. That's why I say this shit is pretty much the same thing. Shared ancestry. Ancestry. Both are syncretic Afro American. Now they Afro. Both are syncretic Afro American religions that blend West African beliefs with Christian. Oh shit, Uncle Pete. They didn't went from Catholicism to Christianity. Both are, and it didn't say Afro American. See, I'm laughing because if y'all notice, it said a lot of ancient and indigenous, and and so the basis and the foundation of this practice is animism. You know what I'm saying? And metaphysics. You know what I'm saying? Which were, of course, practiced by. Okay, ooh, up the bell, right? But now it went from West African to Afro American. And from Catholicism to Christianity. Just through a different word search or a comparison of Santeria and Voodoo or Voodoo or Voodoo. No, so Voodoo, because you're gonna pronounce it with the long O, because Voodoo is is Louisiana. So Voodoo is Haitian, which because Louisiana, which is Haitian, because they speak French and it's Creole and the patois and all that shit. So because I read that, we went all over through that earlier too, and then West African, due to like I say in modern day Benin, it's Voodoo. Like I say, it's come from the Ewe and what I'm saying, Yoruba people. And I think they speak Wolof, if I'm not mistaken. That's why a lot of these. That's why when you run into an African that speaks a lot of languages, a lot of that shit is to say just like Mandarin. When you're in China, like Mandarin is the primary base. It might be different dialects of it in different forms, but its base is still Mandarin. And Mandarin is such a fucking rare language and hard language to learn because it's not taught and it's not really spoken no more, and it's really damn near forgotten. You know what I'm saying? Well, it ain't forgotten. Yeah, you're damn near forgotten. You know what I'm saying? Man, this is a trick, man. So both are syncretic Afro American religions that blend West African beliefs with Christianity. Both are syncretic Afro American religions that blend Afro beliefs with Christianity. Man, they don't stop, man. They don't stop. You said hybrid faiths usually have roots, the same roots. He said Catholicism incorporated some pagan beliefs and traditions. Make sense when you're trying to convert. hmm The good European shepherd made sure that their faith stolen from the Jewish people was only a good belief system. You know, and The Jews, I keep trying to tell people, y'all keep talking that man shit but Canaan, but I ain't gonna go there. Because people go, Jews ain't shit but Canaanites. And them Canaanites wasn't white folks. They wasn't quasi Jews. They wasn't. Let me be quiet. Listen, because I'm not talking about it. This is simple etymology, anthropology, archaeology, and science, bro. Like, we can do this shit ourselves. Easter Bunny, Saturnalia, Santa Claus, Saint Nick. You know, the site they used to go door to door, dropping off gifts and shit, you know what I'm saying, to the kids. You know what I'm saying, around the world. I forgot what time. Well, I mean, what time. Uh, 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 yeah, what time, the time frame. You know, I ain't never good on time. I'm good on the events and explaining the events and getting into that, but the time, I got to work on that, the actual times and dates. And see, but I don't even believe in all that time and date shit. I believe more because that should be made up anyway. You know what I'm saying? He said, "Where's the Christ in Christmas?" Halloween. But yeah, Santeria, voodoo, it seems like it's all the same thing to me, You know what I'm saying? They just put their own little spin on it. Just put their own little spirit on it. Yeah, they just put their little spin on it. All right, bam. Even with Halloween, the Day of the Dead, you know, different areas, you know what I'm saying? Just like so Miss Vanna, you know, she in England, she said they don't do Thanksgiving there. But what they do, hell no. But what they but what they do is instead of eating turkey on Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving they celebrated there, they eat turkey on Christmas. You know what I'm saying? They eat turkey on Christmas. That's crazy. Because I don't do the Christmas thing, but we not here to talk about the Christian folk. But we are, because now it did went from West African and mixing Catholicism Afro American, because it said these were things done by the natives. Because guess what? They brought slaves over here to the natives. So if they brought slaves over here to the natives and the indigenous, that means that them slaves and them indigenous people or so-called American Indian or whatever Indian had to be other black folk. According to this, then they said Christianity, because that's what we were. Because by that time, because I did remember, I started out the publication, Uncle Pete, when you said King George was the one of the main reasons for the fall of Catholicism. Catholicism was the main rule, practice, guide, and faith across the land. Even with the inception of Christianity and Islam and Judaism. Because Judaism been around for a motherfucking while, man. This Christianity shit is what's new. Well, I ain't gonna even say that, because you know they were Sadducees, Pharisees, Essenes, Zoroastrianism. There's a lot of different other, you know what I'm saying? You know, and then when you go into other continents, you know, you got Taoism, Shintoism, you know what I'm saying, Buddhism, Hindu, you know what I'm saying? And then even inside of that, the Indians, they got the Sheiks, you know what I'm saying? They got even inside of the Muslims, they got a lot of different denominations and sects to that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just different beliefs, different practices, different faiths. It was the same shit as the Santeria voodoo, just like the Louisiana voodoo. I don't give a hell if it's Louisiana voodoo, Brazilian voodoo, Spanish voodoo, island voodoo. It's all the same thing, man. It's still all its core. You know, so originally what I'm saying is its core comes from Western Africa. But I believe it comes from just the continent, period, because a lot of the continental diasporas pretty much have the same type of correlations and the same type of togetherness. You know what I'm saying? It might just be said different or spoken different because I'm on this side, but when I act, if you learn what all they words mean and you put them together, you be like, oh, okay, well, this is that. Yeah, this is what I mean. Yeah, this, what I'm saying? Same shit. This shit is just recycled and restarted. That's the reason why I asked the question about why is it that this and it's the only reason I stay on Christianity. And not that I want to, is that it gives the impression that it's always been here and that it's number one. Why does that have to be number one when we got people all across the world, like you stated, brother Cage Campy? When they knocking it, it don't matter. But when you get a non-believer that don't believe in none of it knocking it, oh shit, it's a problem. But y'all can go to war all together because you believe in this and you believe in that because the motherfucker don't believe in that. None of that shit. I can't say nothing. That's crazy. Voodoo is evil, but Easter is cool. And Saturnalia, December 25 is okay. Hey, but see, but voodoo is not evil. It's really. I mean, I know you know that, but it's not. But that's what they say. He say not turkey, Christmas goose. Okay, Christmas goose. He say, by the way, the king wanted a divorce, and the church wouldn't approve his lust for another woman. That started the fracture. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but Catholicism ruled this motherfucker right before Christianity stepped up. Why? Even if you watch them old movies, bro. Big shout out to the goddess Miss Fonta Black. Even if you watch, he said, "What the fuck is?" He said, "What?" Hey Wesley, man, no. We don't do that, brother. You know what I'm saying? But even if you watch the old movies, Miss Vanna, you're from England. When you in England, they was always talking about the bishop. You know what I'm saying? The cardinal, the pope. They wasn't saying nothing about no pastor, preacher, reverend, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Even the Knights Templar got disbanded by the Pope in 1307. That's why Friday the 13th is such a in the element. You know what I'm trying to say? 13 is a bad number and all that shit. That's why it comes from that. You know what I'm saying? I can get into the whole story of the Grandmaster Jacques de Molay and all that. But just do your research, man. But yeah, but 1307 is when they rounded up the Templars around that time, and they persecuted and killed them and got them to admit to doing shit that they didn't do. You know what I'm saying? And during this time, they were indirectly involved with that. See, and another thing. Well, Miss Vonta, Miss Vonta, let me ask you: do you know why it's called the United Kingdom? Miss Vonta, do you know why it's called the United Kingdom over there? He said the names of the week, days. Talk to him, huh? Talk to him, huh? He said the name of the week, days come from Roman and Germanic gods and celestial objects. Do 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 do. That's true. That's so true. You telling the truth. Shit, y'all, hey man, but listen. Hey, my chat, what I do, hey, my moderators, what I do, well, I do it for y'all too. You don't know? You really don't know? I think you fibbing me. I think you fibbing to me. Hold on, y'all. Okay. uh, uh, Thor is Thursday. You don't know Miss Vonna for real? Come on, Miss Vonna. You know. You know. Damn, where's my book? I think my cousin got my book. I gotta talk to him. I need my book back. Cause I don't want to quote the name. So they tricked So they tricked Scotland out. They tricked the king of Scotland. The king of England at that time tricked the king of Scotland out of the crown. I can't can't remember exactly how it went, but I know he tricked him out of the crown and made England, which made England the king of Scotland, and that's how, you know what I'm saying. And I forgot which king it was. Was it? Oh my goodness, was it him? And I gotta get my book back when it come back to me. But yeah, but I know the king of England at that time tricked the king of Scotland out of the crown. I forgot the story in the particulars and shit like that how it went, but that's how it became the United Kingdom. You know what I'm saying? From the king of England at that time tricking the king of Scotland out of the crown. And became the United Kingdom. Because ultimately, all because it was split up into four sections, and then Ethelstan was accredited for bringing all of them together. But again, people don't know that they were Danes, Vikings, and all type of shit, and Anglo, then Saxons, and then they were Anglo Saxons, and ain't none of them motherfuckers from England. None of them. None of the motherfuckers that reside in England are from England. That shit is crazy. Do people not know this simple shit? That y'all, not y'all, not my peoples. Especially when we get to talking about religion and ancestorship and things like this and lineage and stories throughout history, you just have to follow these things. You have to follow the origins. I always tell people also learn linguistics because you have to know words. You have to know the etymology and the origin of where these things originated from. And if you don't know that, how can you even start to build a picture? Uncle P say the British, huh? No. He said that was what was later. He said that was later, I think, the late 1700s. What you talking about, Miss Vanna? What I said? Oh no, this wasn't even in the 70s. Or which part? Which part? Which part? But then we go back to the Ottoman Empire too. That happened. We see a lot of people thought it happened before, after, but that Ottoman Empire should actually happen. That invasion happened before. You know what I'm saying? And they was ruling England before it became that. You know what I'm saying? Scotland also had was ruling England. Uniting the Kingdom. You say you think that was later, the 17th? No, it was no. It wasn't in the 17th. Was it? No. That's why I say I ain't got my book and my notes and my references because I ain't good on the times. I've been said I ain't good on the time, but um, so when I said so, no, not uniting no Wessex, Mercia, Northumbria, and what's the other one? In Britain. No, not that, but the actual crowns itself, because they were actually separate crowns. It was a trinity of crowns. I gotta get when I get my book, I can read the excerpt. I can read, well, not the excerpt because I'm reading out the book, but I can read the excerpt. You get it. Read that part from the book when I get my book back. It's a book called Born in Blood. I forget the author. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all want to grab the book, or look into it, it's a great book. It's called Born in Blood. You say Edward the First was Braveheart much earlier. Braveheart. See, but no, but not him. He wasn't the one that was involved. And actually, my see, and the reason, or one of the reasons why I do know this as well, is because my family is actually Irish, and we were allies to Edward the Braveheart. Well, not Edward the Brave. Was it not what's the oh my God, man, I can't think of the damn man name now. But yeah, but my family was an allied clan. Oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, you got a crest and everything, man. Looked it up, man. And I that's how I got off into that. But also reading that book too. You know what I'm saying? That's what made me get the book. But it had shit about what I thought I was gonna find in there. But it was still interesting reading and still, showed me some shit. You say the UK crowns first consolidated in 1603 with the Union of the Crowns when James of the Scotland became James of England, uniting the two kingdoms under a single monarch. Yeah, but it's a story behind that. It's a story behind that about how he got tricked. That's what I really want to tell y'all, and I can't remember the story. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember the story. But yeah. And like I say, no, that's why I said I couldn't get my dates right, but I knew it wasn't 1700. Thank you, Cage Comedy. You feel me? I appreciate that, brother. But yeah, man, you know, this voodoo shit, it ain't devil worship, it ain't evil. You know, a lot of things that we see, a lot of these symbols and shit that we see, as y'all can see my thumbnail. I know people seen the thumbnail and was like, what the fuck is that? And then when you get up on the building, well then you say it's 5 a.m. My brain hasn't woke up yet. Child, my brain, listen, I just be all over the place. You know what I'm saying? My brain, it be woke, but sometimes it be dormant because it's so much. And I be trying to give, but then you don't want to give, and then you don't want to get struck, and then you don't want to, and then, you know what I'm saying? And listen, I know sometimes thoughts and ideas and views can be radical, and I try not to be that radical. I try to be in a position where, you know what I'm saying, I'm in between and in the middle. That's why, again, like I play a lot of the, the great Jedi, the great area, or the devil's advocate role, but not in context of playing the role to invoke, but playing the role to understand both sides, if that makes any sense. You know, I don't play devil's advocate to start or keep a conversation going. I play devil's advocate because I really want to try to understand and accept or think outside the box other than what I know, that maybe there are some truths, or maybe there are some facts, or maybe there is some interconnectedness with what I believe and what you believe. You know what I'm saying? GBA, what's going on? Big shout out to GBA Nation, Slim balling in the building. You feel me? So Cage County says the Norse barbarians that pillaged the British Isles post falls of Roman Empire bred the indigenous Irish out with the Scottish. Right. Say, yeah, boy, you and Uncle P jumping ahead. So that's how we ain't got no more black Irish folk. God damn, man, you and Uncle P just always jumping ahead and shit. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all, though. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all. I'm glad that my homie and my uncle are very intelligent individuals. You know what I'm saying? But god damn, y'all just be jumping ahead. You said playing Uncle P says, that's right, like, subscribe to Biddy Conversation. I got to get one of them damn things. She says, I'm sorry, my uncle says, playing devil's advocate helps with transparency. Yeah. It helps with perception too, low key. You feel me? Because you got to get the gist of understanding what, you know what I'm saying, how people think, and having an open mind. That's why I always say, man, this is an open platform, open forum. And I encourage any and everybody to come up here. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a hell if you're a Satanist, if you're a devil worship, if you believe in God, if you don't believe in God, if you're a Muslim, if you're a Christian, whatever you are, you can come up here. If you're white, yellow, black, brown, blue, purple, green, orange, sapphire, whatever color you want to be. If you got something to say, you can come up here. All I ask is that you be disrespectful. Hell no. Is that you be respectful and show decorum. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, man. Sometimes, testosterone get to flying around. And that's cool. But, you know what I'm saying? Everyone is welcome here, man. Everyone is welcome. Hey, man, do your boy a favor, man. If y'all new here, if y'all ain't new here,
like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man. Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man.
You say, man, just had Thanksgiving down in Florida with my fam down here all week on vacation, man. Big shout out to you and the fam, man. Big ups to you and the fam down there in Florida, my boy. I see you out this cold weather. You know what I'm saying? You down there, you know what I'm saying, with the fam. What part of Florida you in, my boy? Uncle P in Florida. He might not want to fuck with you, though. No, let me stop, man. Let me stop. What part of Florida you in, GBA? Oh man. Cage Kami says, facts, Uncle P. It helps with transparency. You know what I'm saying? You in you in Orlando? Okay, okay. He should miss. Hey man, my God is say love to those in attendance in the bearded tabernacle. And we welcome you. And we appreciate y'all for sitting here listening to, the Bishop Bearded one speak, man. You know what I'm saying? Funny Teens, what's good, my boy? He said, what's good, bro? What type of wild stuff you on tonight? Oh my goodness. Oh my good. Oh my goodness. Oh my motherfucking goodness. That's that's what I wanted when I put the thumbnail. So okay, so funny things. So was it the thumbnail or was it the entry and what you seen when you came in that made your comment come to life about the wild stuff? Was it the thumbnail or was it, you know what I'm saying, what you seen when you came in? And do you know what the thumbnail is? And do you know what this is? Don't say you know what it is. See, here we go. Don't say you know what it is if you don't know what it is. You say Shield Garrity County. Okay. Oh, you know what that said? He say Lucifer the Lightbringer wasn't jealous of man. He and other angels wanted to break humans out of the darkness of ignorance. Baphomet. Is that voodoo? Is that voodoo that you do? Ooh, wait. And this symbol here. And hold on. Damn it. Well, that symbol. That symbol there. Let me ask you a question. Funny things. The symbol there. That's on his abdomen area. Lower chest area. Do you know what that symbol is? And do you know what that symbol represents? The wings. Do you know what those wings are from? Are they wings from a bird? Are they wings from an angel? Are they wings from a hawk? Are they wings from an eagle? Right? Those children, what do those children represent? What does this represent? So, so and let me tell you, also check this out. Y'all do know, so when people throw out the peace sign, people throw it up like this, right? But every time you guys ever notice when I say peace, I do this. This is the proper way to say peace. Man, y'all gotta, and and I'm not saying y'all as in my family or my people here, but we gotta do a little bit more soul searching and understanding and research. I'm just saying, like, don't think or don't and I'm talking, and now I'm talking to my family. Don't think and take because I be into certain shit or because I do certain shit that I push a certain. No, hell no, ain't me at all. Y'all should know that. The hell no, because I'll tell they ass in a minute. I don't none of that shit. And I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitch. I'm on my YouTube, and my peoples follow me, so they hear the things that I say. So trust and believe. Ooh-wee. You feel? But I got it. You feel? I got it. I got it. I got it. So what type of wild stuff you on? Damn. He said I saw the ball for a minute and I was like, what, bro? Got going on. So so actually, man, we was talking about voodoo. So I started to show off. I had a discussion with one of the guys at the job. He was an older gentleman, and he was saying how voodoo was devil worshiping from what he read and things like that in that nature. And I told the brother, I love you, brother. You just gave me my topic for the night. You know what I'm saying? The real shit, exactly what I told him. We started off with talking about voodoo, Haitian voodoo, Louisiana voodoo, Santeria, West African voodoo, animism, and animist and stuff like that. Ifa, which is a divination system. So basically, we were just going over voodoo, but I thought I would just invoke the minds and the hearts of the people by putting, um, you know, as you guys call it, the Baphomet in the background. Y'all do know that ain't even what the fuck it is, but I'll let you have it because that's what they chose y'all and told y'all it is. That belief. Oh, he said the science and the philium with the man. They sired. Oh man. He say, I know a few fellows with some of that. So you know a few fellows with some of that symbolism. What does that mean? You know a few fellows with some of that symbolism. I don't know what that means. Please do explain. He said 100% con. The children are a weird angle. They not, man. They not. They not. They not. You know what I'm saying? They not. Because actually, what do those children look like they doing? Do those children look like they scared of this thing? Does this thing look like it's hindering or brainwashing or doing anything to these children? Do these children look like they maybe worshiping something, or do these children look like they could be adoring their father? Or see, like that's what I'm saying. Like we see shit like this from what we hear and what the information that's the negative information that's spewed out. So we instantly see this, and we think negative, just like you see the two well, I don't know if you in the wide or if you're on the vert, but if you're in the wide, it's two pictures that's taken out that's in the background. You know what I'm saying? Look at the way he holding his hand. What do you think that means? And also in magic, see, we can go deeper. We can get into the magic where they talk about black and white magic, and they accredit black magic with the inverted pentagram. That's not fucking true, y'all. None of that shit ain't even how. Even with the voodoo, I read for even with the voodoo how it was even casted or put forth before the world as being evil because of prejudicial, I said presidential, because of prejudice and racial and misinterpretation and misunderstanding. You know what I'm saying? And being what's the word I'm looking for? And being, you know what I'm saying, put in the movies and projected as you know what I'm saying, some wild, crazy shit. A lot of these things a lot of these things come from us, bro. There ain't nothing negative. But again, back to my original question is you funny things, because you said it's the Baphomet. What is that? Do you know what that symbol is on his chest or where it comes from? We can break it down. I didn't want to do a breakdown of the Baphomet, but we can do a breakdown. I seen another brother do a breakdown. He did a decent breakdown. But he had an origin. So so I don't want to do a breakdown without pulling shit up and all that extra shit, because I can say anything, but I do. But that's why anytime we talk about anything, of course, that's why I like to, what I'm saying, like, let's pause this, let's go see what this is, what I'm saying, let's get an understanding of this, and then we can go back. Okay, we'll pause that, let's get what this is, and then we put all this shit together, and then I come up with my what I'm saying, short, what I'm saying, synopsis of what the fuck I think is going on. What I'm saying? Now, if I'm wrong or I always say, well, y'all, look, I figured this out, or I found this out, and I come back and I let the people know. Or if I got, what I'm saying, my beautiful moderators who are always in the building, what I'm saying, they they help out. He said, I do the way I show in my videos. So, you said nothing? Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. He said Baphomet is not inherently good or bad, but has different meanings depending on the context. It originated as a figure in the accusation against the Knights Templar and is often associated with. So that's what, again, like I was getting with you with the Knights Templar in 1307. And that's what you get Friday the 13th from, and that's why there's no floors on the. Anyway, okay. So the occult and Satanism. So it says, and it's often associated with the occult and Satanism. However, in occult traditions, Baphomet is frequently viewed as a symbol of balance, representing the union of opposites of good and evil, male and female, and light and darkness. Darkness. Yeah, but you said nothing. He say Southern style barbecue in Orlando, 4890 Edgewater Drive. He say the real Mike has great rib tips. Hey, GBA, there you go. You need to go slide on him. He say, I know nothing, but I'm all ears. No, 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 no. They ain't even let you get away with that, man. You in the military, man. Who you think you talking to? You say, I need a 33rd power. What is y'all talking about? GBA, you need a 33rd power to price the veil. What do you mean, man? What is y'all talking about? You say you need what? Hold on, man. I'll be right back, y'all. I'll be right back. GBA. What you say you need, GBA? I mean, I ain't gonna even do all that. Man. I ain't gonna do it. I done did it already. What you need, GBA? Let's see. Let's see. He said the rod of Cepheus, also known as the staff of Cepheus, is the serpent intertwined, wide wielding by the Greek god of Cepheus and the deity of the Greek mythology. Now, can you go back further than that, Brother Cage Kami? So yes, that is correct. But can you go back further than that to what the rod and the scepter or the flail and the staff or the because it's not it's actually not even Greek. And I just gave you some hints. He said I just had some from Sunny Full Rack last night. Well, I don't know nothing about Florida and their good eats, man. He said acknowledgement of not knowing nothing is the beginning of wisdom. That's so true, man. That's so true. And that's why I'm trying to learn everything I can learn because I don't know shit. That's why I stay thirsty, and that's why I encourage my people to stay thirsty. Most definitely. Duality, yin, yang. You know what I'm saying? The tide ebbs and flows. The current pushes you and sways you back and forth. Duality is important. Duality is a must. Duality is something that I think we all should be trying to understand, when it comes to who we are, especially in this religious thing, you know what I'm saying? Because again, the tabernacle, you are the tabernacle. You know what I'm saying? So, you want to be proficient, you want to be prepared, you want to be adequate, you know what I'm saying? You want to be well learned and studied. I need a 33rd to teach me the 33rd right of Masonic teachings. That's what you need? Why you need that, GBA? That's what I want to know. Why you need all that, GBA? What is he? Funny Teens, where you at, Funny Teens? What are you talking about, Funny Teens? You say you need, what you need? Teach you who? Hey, y'all better stop playing with me. Let me put that on. Put that on there. Why you trying to learn all that though, man? That's what I want to know, GBA. I mean, Slim Ballin', you know what I'm saying? No, but back to funny things. Fellows. I like that. I like your terminology, brother. Um, the oldest reference is likely from the Sumerian god Ningishita around 4000 BC, represented with with the staff with the two snakes, or the biblical account of Moses creating a bronze serpent or a pole around. So it says 1400 BC. He said, "I'm trying to trap a hell king." So actually, Akhenaten, not Akhenaten. Oh my God, Imhotep. Actually, Imhotep. Because it's the two snakes is so it's that so and then a lot of medicine, a lot of medicals on ambulances you see that symbol. So actually it comes from Imhotep. Which is supposed to be the father of medicine, the son of Ptah, uh, the energy that came from and that bursted out from a mound, from the earth. Um, and Imhotep is said to be the father of medicine. So and that symbol is equated with Imhotep. Uh, just go, you know what I'm saying, go do a little bit more, a little bit more. Hey man, the more you dig, man, you know what I'm saying, the more this shit gets faster. I don't understand how people don't like to learn. What the fuck? Yeah, well, I ain't gonna stunt because when I was in school though, y'all, I really wasn't fucking with that type of, you know what I'm saying, that type of shit they was trying to get. Don't get me wrong, the reading and shit and all that shit, yeah, I fuck with it in English and because I had honors English, I had fucking creative writing, I had fucking advanced trigonometry and all this whole extra crazy shit. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying, honors classes and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that shit just wasn't, I don't know, man. But then when you got out of that shit and you know, and even before I, started venturing off into other shit, man, that shit knowledge was just keen, And for a motherfucker that don't like fucking with people or talking to people and shit like that, man, just be like, why the fuck you want to know all this shit? Then, it come like, you know what I'm saying, when you have conversations or you hear certain shit and you interject your shit, and then it be like, oh, okay. That's probably why you do it and shit. You know what I'm saying? You say he does not predate. Yeah, he don't. I understand. See, here you go, Samaria, because Sumerian, yeah, I get it. With the Anunnaki shit and all that shit, I get it. I understand you saying he don't predate. Da, 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 da. I get it. But it's a character that I want to say similar to him in Sumeria. And, some scholars may have said it's to be the same person, just the story is told in a different way. So he says Imhotep does not predate Sumerian cultures. Sumerian civilization is older. Sumerian civilization began around the 4th millennium BC. And I agree with you. And you're absolutely correct. But again, as I stated, I want to mainly see who he has on his soul collect list. You want to mainly see who he has on his soul collect list. You want to mainly see who has that. You say a character that conforms cultural confirmation bias. Oh, GBA. What you talking about? Who collect lists? Who soul collect lists? I mainly want to see who he has. Who is the he? You know what I'm saying? And funny things back to this fellow and his symbolism. So, you know what I'm saying? We got wings and shit. What kind of wings is those? Oh, he got the go head, human arms, human chest. Look like he got gold legs. But thighs don't look goldish. That's just the lower leg and shit look goldish. You know what I'm saying? And you see the way he holding his hands? Okay, here we go. He said, hell, I'm dumb and dumber. I know nothing, my good friend. I only want to see and continue the harmony of the world. Oh man, you build bombs. You better stop playing with me. I don't give a hell if they taught you the simple way to build a bomb. You build bombs, so your understanding is understanding, my boy. You don't do me that way, funny things. No, 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 no. You know what I'm saying? And then the way you answered the question, a few fellows. You know what I'm saying? No, 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 no. You know what I'm saying? You say, it's all rods, staffs, and snakes to me. Miss Vaughn. That's true, man. But see, but Miss Vaughn, but yeah, but to other people, man, to other cultures and shit like that, it's more than that. You know what I'm saying? And again, I did want to invoke some things, and I wanted to put that kind of, I guess you could say, gloom or negative connotation, because again, I was speaking about voodoo And the man said it was like devil worshiping and shit like that. So that's the reason, why I tried to. But again, voodoo, and voodoo, it has nothing to do with that, and not just the Baphomet. And with the Knights Templar, this Baphomet was supposedly, what I'm saying, something that they, man, I don't even want to get into all that shit, man. I ain't gonna get into all that shit. That shit, he said the malevolent, collecting or stealing of souls. That was blasphemous leader of the cult of Christ, accused of faith of its classic projection. The malevolent collecting or stealing of souls, that the blasphemous leaders of the cult of Christ accuse of the faith of its classic projection. The leaders of the cult of Christ accuse other faith is its classic projection. That's facts. That's facts. He says any spiritual belief that doesn't align with Christianity is evil. Well, at least that's what they teach you. At least that's what they tell you. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy because I really wasn't on Christianity, right? Because everybody say why you do up the bell, switch it up, and then I switch it up to voodoo. Then it came back to Afro American shit. This is crazy, man. Like the information, only if you read the things that you learn, the things that you know, the things that you unlock. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask y'all a question out there in the chat, man. Do y'all think voodoo is evil? Voodoo? Do y'all think the practitioners of voodoo, do y'all think it's evil? Do y'all think it's invoking spirits and things that you don't understand? You know what I'm saying? That can but again, anything can be evil now. Don't get me wrong. Anything can be evil. Christ commanded that he not be deified. It's too late for that, right? Hey, Chocolate, what's going on, mama? How you feeling tonight, guys? Hey to the chat. Hey to the chat. Look at Chocolate. God. Damn, girl. Anyway, they say watch what you play with. They say you say watch what you play with. What do you mean watch what you play with, brother? He say thou shall not engrave images of me. Yeah, man. I took a similar. You dig? I broke that motherfucker though. You know what I'm saying? I broke that motherfucker though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all voodoo. Voodoo. Do y'all think it's devil worshiping? Do y'all think it's bad? What do you guys think about it? Do you guys know anyone that's maybe a practitioner? Have you seen any like movie or read an article or just anything like what do you guys think about voodoo? You know what I'm saying? Or hoodoo. What do you guys think about it? You know what I'm saying? Oh, there goes Barry, practice what you preach. Ah, ah, ah. Practice what you preach. What you mean funny? Funny like how? Miss Shock, Miss Doc, funny like how? Funny like how? Funny like how? Oh shit, here we go. I got Frankie in the building, Big Frank. Oh man, Big Frank in the building. What's going on, Frank? How you feeling tonight, brother? Ah man, Frank says I gotta get past I think it's real before I can answer you. Okay. 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 What about you, Doc? Oh, funny. Are you saying funny? Oh, funny things. Okay. Okay. Uh, okay. I damn now what you talking about. And why you throwing punches at me earlier, Miss Chocolate? What I do? What I do? You know what I'm saying? What I do, baby? Why you throwing punches? Okay, Miss Chocolate says she think it's real. Uncle P, I think I know what your answer is, Unc, but if your answer ain't what I think it is, I don't know. What you think? Y'all think it's real or fake? So we got we have. Should I pull a poll? Can I pull a poll up in this motherfucker? Let me see. Let me see if I can pull a poll up. Let me see if I can pull a poll up. Now, fuck, I ain't gonna do no poll. Fuck, I should have. Damn, I should have thought about that before I started. Funny things. She knows every time she step in the building, your voice get deep. Hey man, come on, man. Stop that, man. Don't be like that, man. Come on. Come on, man. Ah, he said it. There goes your that's what you meant. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. I'm a little slow. I had to. Okay, all right. All right. All right. He says Christians are indoctrined in believing any faith not Christian is evil. You say I don't know much about voodoo, but I know there's a lot of different rituals and practices. Hey man, look, Miss China, facts, anything. My inner self, they still practicing voodoo. What do you mean still practicing? It never stopped. I've heard a lot, but I don't know much about it. Right. Huh? Well, I'm gonna say this: if Jesus real, voodoo real. Period. That's how I'm looking at it. If Jesus is real, voodoo, 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 you know what I'm saying all that's real. You know what I'm saying. And again, why is it that practices or things that comes from the continental diasporas or diasporas, um, why are these things consecrated as evil or deemed as evil or deemed as death, deemed as darkness? You know, um, shit. I thought life come from darkness. I thought color come from darkness. So for darkness to be such a bad thing, it's insane. That's just my opinion. Two things can be true. She said two things can be true at once. That's true because a broke what they say, a broke clock can be right at least twice a day. You know what I'm saying? That's male. I gotta get ready for work. Much love to be the conversation in the chat. Peace, Miss Vanna. Peace to you guys. Go ahead and get ready for work. No, I ain't gotta get ready for work. But I do gotta be at work in the AM. But I'm gonna go for a little bit longer, man. You know what I'm saying? Before I get up out of here, man. We having a good old. Stay down where Vanna at. I'm watching from a vertical feed. So Vanna, this man GBA, man. Hey, we gotta get you on Shoot Your Shot, GBA. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we already talked about my family history. With that, I'm just trying to keep my head above ground, and with my just below the surface level knowledge. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. You a voodoo man. Come on. You a voodoo man. Don't be like that, man. Just say yeah, bro. Why you gotta be like that, man? Just say yes. You know about voodoo, brother, and you believe in the voodoo. But Uncle Pete, so what is it for you? Is it Haitian voodoo or is it Santeria? Which is it for you, Uncle Pete? And do you believe what is fucking one and the same? But do you believe in it? Is my question. Cage Kami, do you believe in voodoo or do you think it's real? Do you think it's fake? Christ is very real. I listen. I shit. Listen, I said shit. If I said if Jesus real, fucking voodoo is real. So he says Christ is very real. Rabbi Yeshua, Yeshua is Hebrew for the name, for Jesus. What? Yeshua is the Hebrew name for Jesus, and Christ is the title, meaning the anointed one or Messiah. Yes, yes. I don't think he. Who? So Yeshua, I think it means son of man, son of Joseph or some shit like that, if I'm not mistaken. Or Yusuf. Because, the J wasn't around. Because, even in the Greek, in the Septuagint, it's Isis. So, Rabboni Yeshua, yeah, they say he resisted. I don't know. Damn, Uncle P, that's not the answer that I thought you was going, you know what I'm saying, give me and shit. You know what I'm saying? I swear that ain't. This motherfucker, my uncle is a goddamn fool, man. What's wrong with my uncle, man? Voodoo and Santeria wouldn't exist without Christianity and the transatlantic slavery. No. Catholicism and the transatlantic slavery. And that's Voodoo and Santeria would exist. What do you mean it wouldn't exist? It would exist. It was already here without Christianity. It was here and was covered covered up through Catholicism, which allowed it to be practiced. So it's still probably okay, I guess. But now later as I got to read, it said it wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Afro Americans and then to the Christianity. But through the transatlantic slave trade, through the West Africans, you know what I'm saying? Because that's where it originated at with the Orishas coming here. So it might not have been practiced in the Americas, but then it said that, well, hold on. But then when we get to looking up Animus and Ephos, that shit was already here in America through the native and the indigenous people, it said. And the native and the indigenous people were us. So this transatlantic slave trade could have been done in reverse and backwards. I said in reverse and not bad because reverse is backwards. In reverse and frontward. So that trade could have been, sending people there and bringing people here and sending people there and to erase certain things. But I'm not gonna go there. That's just my theory. That's just some shit I just, you know what I'm saying? Like you just gotta follow with me and walk with me. You know what I'm saying? On some shit. Then we can get into that when I see you, because I know we always have a discussion. But yeah, you see what I'm saying? Brother Kami, you know what I'm talking about? 'Cause it would exist, but I see what it now, but it probably wouldn't exist here in America. But it would exist here in America because it was already fucking here. They even gave us names like the Navajo. And I forgot the other name. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I read it. I went over the whole thing. Go back and rewatch some of the stuff. My uncle damn fool, he said, but that didn't stop me from being on the voodoo doll at the auction I won. He is crazy. My great aunt was the oldest voodoo. So he said my great aunt was the oldest voodoo Mambu. So Mambu is what a voodoo, no voodoo or voodoo priestess is. In the South at the time of her death. So I 100% believe in it. I never seen it in action. I believe in it, and you have seen it in action, brother. You just didn't realize that you have seen it. He said, "Who else was trafficked via the Atlantic?" What you mean? Who else was trafficked? Could have ain't facts. What do you mean could have? Ain't facts. So, brother, so you trying to tell me if it weren't for Christianity that voodoo, that's bullshit, brother, because it was being practiced in a particular place, and it would still be practiced in that place, and it was practiced in the in the intersections of that place. That's why they didn't go in that place. I had a book. Damn, where's that? Brother. They didn't even go in certain places because of this. You know what I'm saying? They didn't go into certain places because so now it wouldn't be practiced here in America, or it probably wouldn't exist, or wouldn't be as popular or widely known and spread in America, right? Without the Christianity, if that's what you're saying, but that's even false because it said Catholicism. It was covered up with Catholicism, not Christianity. And I went over how how Catholicism was here before Christianity, and Christianity just took over. You feel me? And then later on, when I read, it disbanded the West African and all that shit, and it said Afro American in Christianity. Belief systems and elements is what form voodoo. You feel me? Like the wordplay. So again, so if Afro American, that means the Afro American had to be native and indigenous to the Americas, and it was being practiced here, which might have been a totally separate system over there, with the Yorubas and the Iwais and the Wolofs and the other tribes that was practicing and believing in the Orishas or other continental the diasporas or diasporas or whatever, however you want to fucking pronounce it and shit. So no, I don't believe that, bro. Voodoo and Santeria emerged in the Caribbean as a result of concealing African faith. Right. Well, it wasn't the African faith, brother. It was the voodoo. It was the animists. It was that belief in that. It was the metaphysical. So they covered it up with Catholic saints and parishioners and shit like that. Yeah. I went through all that. I read all that. The official names are a result of that. Yeah. I read all that. The luau, yeah, which are the media, well, intermediaries, you know what I'm saying? The people that you pray to, just like the angels. I went through that shit too, like how you pray to Lucifer and he bring your prayers to God. Same shit, different, same thing. He say luau and richness predate voodoo, and Santeria. Well, Santeria, yeah, because Santeria, it was brought. So Santeria, it was brought to Cuba, and that's a variation. So Cubans actually do a I don't want to call it a but it's a knockoff of the West African you know what I'm saying, version of it, or the Nigerian and the Togo and Benin version of it. You know what I'm saying? They do a totally different, you know what I'm saying? Well, not a totally different because it's still the same and it's still similar. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a Baptist and a Christian and a fucking, you know, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Right, and again, the Orishas, yes, of course, yeah, most definitely the Orishas predate voodoo, because the Orishas were always here. The Loas was always here. You know what I'm saying? The voodoo was just a system of, just like the pagan was so called, because I don't want to call that shit pagan, because it ain't pagan again. And like I said, it's just an understanding to some shit, man. Like with the Norse tradition, you know what I'm saying? That's all it was. It was just the voodoo was just a system of understanding, to understand or give a physical being to the Orishas and the Luas. That's all it was, brother. That's all it was. He said, much like Christianity is a knockoff of Judaism. True facts. Facts. And Islam ain't shit but a construct, a religious construct created by Christianity scholars and theists. Facts. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. But you gotta rock with me on that though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying what you saying, but you gotta rock with me on that though, because after we do some searching and shit, you know what I'm saying? So if the natives and the indigenous people, so if it was started by Afro, so, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that it didn't stem or didn't come from, but that's why I say that transatlantic slave trade or whatever we know it as, that shit has been told, and it's been told wrong, man. So I think that shit went both ways, man. I think they took motherfuckers here and shipped them there, and I think they brought motherfuckers there and they brought them here. You feel me? Like real shit. I think that's how that really went. You know what I'm saying? You say wrong about Islam? How you figure wrong about Islam? Boy, Christians, boy, they did come up with that shit and make that shit up. Yes, they did, brother. Yes, they did, brother. Because if you do some research with that star and that crescent moon, it ain't had shit to do with over there. It didn't have shit to do with over there, because the primary thing that stemmed from over there, because that was Sumeria. Iran, Iraq right now is modern day Sumeria, and that's where the fuck Moses supposedly came from. You know what I'm saying? That's why you get all them motherfucking Nephilim stories in the goddamn Bible. You know what I'm saying? And don't nobody want to realize and acknowledge that motherfucking kings list of motherfuckers living tens and 20,000 years and ruling. I'm just saying. I don't believe. I'm just saying. I'm not saying this because I solely full-heartedly believe it. But these are the stories that are being told and they being remixed. That's all I'm saying. So we got to look at it from all angles. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't wrong about Islam. No, no sir, no sir, no sir. I might not be fully, you know what I'm saying, given, you know what I'm saying, everything, but I ain't wrong. I cross paths with both forms of voodoo and Santeria. I don't have a negative opinion, nor nor a glowing endorsement. I know you should have crossed paths with both. That's why, that's why I thought you would have gave me a different answer. Sounds like faith, the belief without proof. What, voodoo? Yeah. I guess. Freedom of religion applies. Peso, what up, Peso? Peso, you rocking with voodoo or not, Peso? Or you doing all that shit because of the scenery? Man, hit that like button, y'all.
Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man. Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man.
Yeah. Peso, you do the voodoo, Peso? You do the voodoo, Peso? Let me know. He said, I don't have nothing against it, but I don't do it. No, but do you believe it exists? Do you believe that it could be something real that can be that can influence or make change happen? You know what I'm saying? I seen it. A funny thing says I seen it in action. My uncle dated a lady that practiced, and she put something on him that had him close to death. My great aunt took it off of him, and put it on the lady and her family. Wait, wait, wait. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have the experience with it. Like I told you, I didn't. I ain't a fully. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I really can't. That's why I read from what I read. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe he said the peso said yeah, it depends. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, man, it's just within the, like I say, man, if we can believe in God, and we can believe in Jesus, we can believe in Allah, we can believe in Buddha. You know what I'm saying? We can believe in all this shit, bro. The mind is powerful. Well, how about how about it's us? And if you tell me you're not real, well, why do you believe in any of this shit? That was a question. All faith is belief without quantifiable proof, not just voodoo. Quantifiable. Did he just use a 5-syllable word? Let me. Oh shit, man. But again, all faith is belief without quantifiable proof. That's like without a fucking shadow reason. God damn it, for sure that this is what it is. Proof. Man, look, listen, y'all. I love y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? We had a great discussion about voodoo tonight. Next Sunday, I want to talk about spiritual or spirituality versus the supernatural. I thought it was one and the same, but apparently, let's see if we can find some differences and see what Google has to say. He said, I can't help but use $5 words. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with $5 words, brother. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I use $6, $7, and $10 words, man. If I can, depends on the audience you hear. Hey, real shit. Sometimes, the simplicity of it all is also as equally important. You know what I'm saying? Um, he said, yes, somehow we believe in Genghis Khan was real without proof, Alexander the Great, etc., etc. See what I'm saying? Facts, Uncle P. Hey, man, you ain't got to keep throwing Genghis Khan up there neither, Uncle P. That's my name, man. I'm big Genghis Khan. You ain't got to keep throwing you under the bus and shit, man. Nah, I'll fuck with you. Supernatural is science, not explained yet. Spirituality is science, not explained. So again, next Bearded Tabernacle, which is next Sunday, we will be talking about spirituality versus the supernatural, and see if we can draw pros, cons, and things of that nature, and see if we can make it correlate. and see if we can find any relevance, as well as differences, and see if we can just break this thing down and be like, that shit is the same. You said false on what? So you saying spirituality is not a science that's not explained? So spirituality is not a science that's not explained? Is that what you said was false, Cage Kami? You know, I like debating people too. You know what I'm saying? We can do that as well. But not right now. We'll do that next Sunday. But is that what you're saying? So you're saying spirituality is not a science that's not explained? Is that what you're saying? Cage Kami, are you saying spirituality is not a science? You understand? Yes. Okay, that's what you're saying. You're saying spirituality isn't a science, not yet explained, but you're saying supernatural is a science, not yet explained. Okay. Okay. We might have to do a debate between me and you, brother. You know what I'm saying? We'll have to do a debate with you, brother. We'll have to fuck around. Jump down your the pause. I ain't even say that. I'm just gonna pause that whole motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? You dig I was gonna go through. He said my uncle didn't know the lady had practice. My great aunt stood in our kitchen, touched my uncle's hand, and told him who the lady was and where the bag of whatever was, and told him to bring it to her. So this is, man, like we getting firsthand account of well, it not being put on him, but you know, being put on a close family member, and you know, and him being directly there to see and hear and reference these things. So electricity was supernatural until it was quantified. Electricity is not supernatural. Well, okay. So we see then we would have to define the supernatural. You see what I'm saying? But I get it. I get it. But then we would have to define the supernatural. You know what I'm saying? I mean, define the supernatural, because I wouldn't consider electricity as a supernatural phenomenon. You feel? You know what I'm saying? You say, well, I'm not saying that it wasn't. I'm just saying I wouldn't. Yeah, but who am I? I'm just, you know, a person on YouTube just talking, and I don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm a student as well. You know what I'm saying? But I just, with me personally, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I just wouldn't say. See, but then, you know what? They say also spirituality is unique to the experiencer. It can be, yes. It can be. But I do think people can experience the same spirituality, you know. Supernatural, see, but the supernatural is not so spirituality is universal. Just like science is universal. Spirituality is universal. And if the supernatural is universal, is science, and the science is universal, so is spirituality. It's universal. But yeah, we might have to get it. We might have to get it in, me and you, brother. You know what I'm saying? We might have to get it in, me. You know what I'm saying? They say you. Hey, big shout out to Quaalude in the motherfucking building, man. Quaalude. Hey, if you asking that question and you're sincerely asking that question, yes. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. You feel fuck it. Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? He said not if the spiritual experiences vary. So yeah, but supernatural experiences are varied as fucking well. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I say how see see, because it'll be some technicalities, but I don't wanna do the technicalities. Me and you will have to do that and maybe get on the phone and have a third party there so we can define. And he say not asking, you need bud. I know you not asking, man, but if you was asking, hell yeah. But I don't need none. You know what I'm saying? But But yeah, but we'd have to. You say universal is a uniform experience. No, it can be, but no, I disagree. That's why we would see like we'll have to have a third party, a facilitator. You know what I'm saying? Someone else from the show to be on the phone because we're gonna have to define what one another classify as supernatural and certain things, and then come up with a topic. You know what I'm saying? And get this in because you got me real interested. You got me real interested. Belief without fact. Everything is a belief without fact. You know what I'm saying? Fact is also a construct, just like time and space. Hmm. But I ain't gonna do this with you, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you want to fuck with me, man, you know my number. You call me. But yeah, we gonna have to set this up. But listen, y'all, man, I enjoyed my conversation and my time with y'all, man, tonight. Here on the Bearded Tabernacle, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribing to the channel. Make sure y'all sharing the content. Big shout out to all my peoples, man. He said, hold on, Uncle P says, our physics might, let me get it out. Our physics might collapse outside of the observable universe. It's all accepted facts. It subjects, then it's a blank. It's a if all accepted facts is subject, then it's a blank mission. Uh, no, because most accepted facts. Um, I don't want to say they suspect, but of course, certain things that we learn, okay, right, throughout our evolution and our progress, we know we can say certain things are factual because of things that we observe, right? Because that's the way we quantify what's a fact. Through observation and various rigorous experiments and observations that's done over and over and over and over and over until we get a ratio or outcome or stat that's, you know what I'm saying, geared or catered towards, certain similar things. Even in social constructs, we use the numbers to, whatever, right? So it's not a blank mission because then that's when we get into this metaphysical world. That's when we get into actually being technical and defining and finding sources of reference and researching and getting into the philosophy of it. Like Kant, like Immanuel Kant, like how do you think Immanuel Kant would answer or approach this question or this debate or Descartes? You know what I'm saying? Like the two different schools of philosophy. You know, they would attack it two different. Just like how we are. That's what I'm saying. So I gotta disagree. I agree, but I gotta disagree. On the concept of just because it's this will be an interesting discourse to have or debate. You feel? You say are the results of people in control of facts? Mm. You say we'll talk. Well, listen, man. I appreciate y'all fucking with y'all boy, man. Y'all know what it is, man. It's the Bearded Tabernacle, and I am your host for the evening, Pope Bearded, man. But we finna see how many American nonfiction books are really facts. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, not too many of them. Shit, all of them alive. You ask me, but we not gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I enjoyed my time with y'all tonight, man. I appreciate y'all for being in the building, man. We've been in the building for like 3 hours, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's time to get up out of here, man. Listen, y'all know what it is, man. From the bottom of my heart to the top of my mind, I just want to say, without y'all, there wouldn't be no bearded conversations, peace, blessings, love, and abundance to everybody that was in the building, that came in the building. Big ups to all my moderators, all my kings and goddesses that's moderators on the channel. Big ups to all the pickaboos. Big ups to all my followers, fans, viewers, and subscribers. And listen, y'all, don't forget, man, when y'all wake up in the morning, when you go to work, when you go to church, when you go wherever you're going, Bible study, the grocery store, your neighbor's front door, ask them if they heard about Bearded Conversation. If they ain't heard about it, pull their phones out when they get to typing, when they come up. Make sure you hit that sub button. You feel me? Hey, man, make sure y'all tuning in tomorrow, man, for Manly Man Day, man. Every Monday through Thursday, Bearded Conversation from 9 to 11. We keep it going and flowing. Also, man, don't forget, go mess with my blooder. TMB with Monkey Man channel, man. Y'all know what it is. Make sure y'all go over there, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all go to Dr. Chocolate, our residential YouTube specialist. Make sure y'all go check out the goddess on the channel. And make sure y'all hit up our community wall for them 30-minute sessions. You feel me? Hey, man, make sure y'all go check out Doc Chocolate, man. Chocolate Time, man. Big ups to her. Make sure y'all go tap in with my Brody, man, for Show TV. Make sure y'all go tap in with Hurricane JW. Also, Lil Bro, Nike Fam, 2 Hills, S2 STS. I'm sorry, every Tuesday and every Friday. Every Tuesday for wrestling, every Friday for sports. And make sure y'all go tap in to my boy Quaalude, Overdose Music, and the Connect Work every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Hey, man, listen, y'all know what it is. Go for, hey, man, you know my new slogan, man. Go fuck with those who fuck with me, because I fuck with them until further notice. You feel me, man? Don't meet us here, beat us here. Same melanated time, same melanated channel. Talk melanated to me, y'all. And with that being said, y'all know what it is, man. All superheroes that wear capes, but they still need their theme music. So to all my superheroes, all my Bildonians, and all my superheroes in the building, man, I'm gonna leave y'all how I came to you, man. Let's keep everybody in our thoughts, our prayers, our views, and meditations. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, our prayers, our views, and meditations. And one last time, y'all, let's keep everyone in our thoughts, our prayers, our views, and meditations. And don't forget those 5 key components of life that we all should be mastering and striving to attain. That's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. That's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. And one last time for the people in the back that was doing something that they shouldn't have been doing instead of listening to me. That's love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. And don't forget to E40 that thing and sprinkle a little support on top, because a little support go a long, 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 long way, y'all. You feel me? Hey, if it don't, man, come on back and we can talk about it and see why they work for you. Again, man, big ups to everybody, man. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love to everybody out there, man. Hey, let's get up out of here, man. We gonna groove tonight, y'all. Let's groove. We gonna groove. We gonna groove, man. This, you know what I'm saying? We gonna get out of here with some OG Mellow, man. You know what I'm saying? Young Blood that I interviewed Friday. You know what I'm saying? On Bearded Studios. Big shout out to Funny T. You feel me?
I love you. I love you. Girl, I love you more when you're naked. Tell me something with you like a lady. And when you moan until you take it. You said take it slow, but I'm not raising.
Think I really love how she move. Ooh, ooh. Baby girl, do they want to? Ooh, ooh. You on my mind from morning to noon. We can vibe all night, that's all up to you. Take me to the ocean, let me dive in. Then I'ma make you come, barely trying. We been on the drugs, now I'm flying. Since she don't got a man, I know she lying. But baby, let's go. I'ma play my role, stay true. In my head, skies are always blue. Know that I'm a star, so I'm always on the move. Only thing I'm chasing is another bag or two. Married to the money, had a feel with bitchy blues. A mirror on my waist and no money on my shoes. And landing different shows like my name was on the nose. Yeah, throw it back on me, move to the truth. They only want to squeeze it, never basic. Tell me that I'm guessing it's no breaking. Please don't hit my silly if you're playing. Said she coming to the telly, so persuading. Whatever's on your heart, girl, just say it. Put it on the line, push your ratings. And please don't tell your friends that we dating. Cause I ain't never said that we dating. And I like you more when you naked. Diamond shimmering with you like a lady, yeah. But when you moan, I say take it. You say take it slow while I'm not racing. I'ma blow your mind, vibe amazing. Keep you coming, make I tell you crazy. I'ma take it with me when I make it. Put it on my own, no contemplation, yeah. That's a beauty on your face, I'm not lying. Baby, keep them hips steady wine. Feeling this music, got this vibe. Your pussy on the platter, girl, I'm dining in. It is no lie, love your body, yo. Don't check no prices, girl, we got enough. Since you got with me, got more popular. Give me your heart, girl, I like it up. Relate us, this ain't a free throw. I like she nice, but she's a freak show. Candlelit nights, first up bistro. Take her to the crib when I get. I'm so out of space, feel like this Pluto. Say fresh time to my kiss, I call it judo. Only one way goal, they got a cool glow. But baby, call me Poppy, I'm a chulo. Natural body, she been snatched. Say that I'm a nigga, girl, I been that. Where you put it on me, I might spin back. spin that. Dropped a couple records on my pendants. Every single diamond in attendance. I've been living life with no limits. Get into the money, let it feel it. Can I love you more when you're naked? Diamond shimmer wedging like a leg. And when you moan, I say take it. Tell me take it slow while I'm not racing. I'ma blow your mind, vibe amazing. Keep you coming, make I drive you crazy. I'ma take it with me when I make it. Put that on my own, no contemplation. Yeah.
So funny things. He said, "Appreciate you, bro. May we be worthy of the light which we have been entrusted, brother." There are ways to be worthy, suited, duly, and truly prepared and proficient in things, brother. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about all that. Nobody is in control. The fact of what people tell you is true is relevant. Nobody controls truth. Nobody nobody controls truth. You can only believe it or don't. That's facts. You know what I'm saying? That's facts. But man, listen, y'all. Make sure y'all tuning in tomorrow for Manly Monday, man. We will be in the building. And again, hit that like button for your boy.
Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man. Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man.
And y'all know what I like to say before we get up out of here every night. Those that fuck with us, fuck with us. Those that don't, fuck with us anyway. When we all come together, may we always meet on the level. Once we in each other's presence, may we always be humble and plump. And when we leave each other's presence, may we always part on the square. Some more to be, some more to be, some more to be. So may it be, family. Peace. You feel me? Hey, white boy, real shit, real quick. White boy, is your number the same? So I can send you my cash out? Is your number the same so I can send you my cash out? Let me know before I log off. You say Ben here saying here. I ain't see you. You might have been in my other chat. You might have been in my other chat. Might have been in my other chat. We got to come together and show some humility. Facts, brother. Facts. Okay, so I'm gonna text you my cash out, man. So you already know what was yeah. You already know what it yeah. You know what I'm saying? All right. But yeah, you might have been again, you might have been like I say, because you know I got the vertical straight. Yeah. You talked to him. Yeah. I talked to him earlier today too. So I'm gonna send you my cash out out the bell because you say your number the same. So I'm gonna send you my cash out right now. And again, y'all, like I say, man, don't forget to tune in tomorrow for Manly Man Day. And before I get up out of here, one last thing. The Bears, #1 in the fucking division. The Bears. Let's go, man. NFC Championship all the way, man. And like my moderator who sparingly comes in the building said, man, this is why I love homie, man. I love listening to nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? White boy, man. Hey, like the live and subscribe, man. And don't forget, man, like I say, we'll be in the building tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, 9 p.m. Central Time. And Tuesday, I will be bringing y'all a midday and a late night special. Peace, y'all.